checks.
Austin, do you want me to call James and have him count you in? Like, we're going.
I've been messaging him like most of the day.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun. 3.
I sent him a picture earlier of because I'm downloading Dead by Daylight, and he saw my DVDs in the back, and he's like, VHS tapes? Question mark? And I'm like, no DVDs. He's like, okay, still cool. And then I went and took a picture of all my DVDs and old Nintendo games. He was like, oh, there we go.
All right, Austin, you're up.
Go ahead, brother.
Guys. So I'm going to give you a recap, and I'm going to remind you of what you probably would have known and remembered had we not played since last year.
That's technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Can everyone hear me okay?
Good.
See?
My voice is a little effed.
In
So,
English. You know he doesn't speak Spanish.
effed. So we've got, we're in our 3rd or 4th episode, Adam?
I think it's the 3rd session, 0, 1, and 2.
So we have 4 adventurers who are starting to
Wait,
come.
let me write this down. 4 adventure. Okay.
We have our 4 adventurers.
Okay. What else you got?
He's such a dick. He's gonna hang up.
All right,
Don't
we're
do
gonna
it.
call it there. For
All right, cool.
4 hours later.
So you guys were hired. Well, you were paid by a pirate-looking dude, a shady character, who got you out of a tight spot that he might have created. You don't know. And he paid you some money to go steal something. This thing, and I don't know if you guys all would have known if Hunter would have told the other characters that he was essentially following up on a private lead that somebody gave him.
That's Varys.
Yes. So Varys knows that the captain of this city, which is the captain is essentially the representative of the king, and has the authority of the king, and is there by leave of the king, has something over the king.
Yeah, we know that much.
Right, but I don't know if y'all's characters do or not. If he told you, all right.
We were in there in the negotiation that we were there to get. We have to get something that's blackmailing
Right,
the king.
but what you don't know, I don't think you know that Varys already knew it existed and already tried to go and look for it.
Gotcha.
So Varys.
We don't know that he went to go look for it.
Right,
No.
so Varys had a tip, and that's why he was in the place to begin with, right? That's my cat food automatically going. So, you guys were hired. You don't know where it's at. It's either at the town. It's either at essentially the police station, or it's at the captain's house.
That's right.
And I rolled a die straight up in Roll20, and it was a 1. So you guys had 1 day, and that was the next day. So that's how it worked. That's why it was the next day.
There's a distraction going down.
Right. There is some distraction that's going to happen, and at a specific time of when things work out in the game, and our characters, our adventurers, have decided to split up. In the face of all logic and reason, they are splitting up.
Well, hang on.
And
That's not true.
They are tempting the fate of the gods by doing this, because who knows what could happen, especially.
Well, how does this work now that my partner isn't here?
If he doesn't show up, we will make it work. I promise
Yeah.
you that.
If it doesn't, if all else fails, either Adam or John will just play a game.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yep.
Because
We won't make any like hard character choices, but we'll play the combats.
You'll make the
and stuff.
decisions, and I'll roll for them. We can roll for them to do things, things like that to assist you and help you.
Is
But
the
whatever
figure-
the plan is, that'll be on you.
All right, cool. I'll bring it
If
up.
you want helps with that, we can help you with that as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So
Austin,
that's what's going on.
Did I tell you I picked a god?
No, you didn't. That's interesting news. Hold on a second, real quick.
Go get your
So
food.
I want to go to. It's the night before,
Okay.
and
I love that
the
movie.
distraction is happening at dawn, right?
The distraction is happening at dawn. Okay.
At like the hour
Say that
before.
5 times fast.
The hour before dawn is when it's happening.
Okay.
So dawn's at 6. It's happening at 5. So it's still dark.
Cool. Thank you.
And that's when it's going to go down.
Okay.
Right now, it's 12 o'clock, and you guys have the night that you need to sleep to rest and recover. But I also want you guys to role play a little bit and kind of come up with some sort of maybe a plan or whatnot, because I don't think you guys had a chance to. And I don't want to just throw you in to say, all right, let's go. I want you guys to have a little idea of what's going on. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to go get the food that was just delivered and bring it up to my wife.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm also going to go get the new pink dice I have, John. I'll be right back in 3 seconds.
Fair. All right.
1, 2, motherfucking liar.
Literal end.
But yeah, we'll get through it and get you back to the group. If he doesn't show up, we'll get that figured out.
Cool.
But his character will still be there, so you don't die. To help keep you alive and things like that.
Okay.
Ideally, I'm hoping to not get into any fights. Like, if we can get through this without fighting anything, that would be
that's head and shoulders.
great.
Boz, look at how pretty my new dice are. Wait, they're not showing up.
I see them.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
They're
those are nice.
They're pink and white.
I was about to say, they have like a hue on them.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice.
Desi calls them her sherbet dice.
That's pretty much what they look like.
Yep.
I think I rolled the D20 one time and it was a 4 or 6.
I mean, that's just you.
That's me.
Suck at rolling.
Good thing I picked a fucking martial character. We're dying, John.
We'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
So we should. I feel like Annette and Tux should at least know the. See, that's what I wonder if Austin, of like how much we would know about this guy's house. I know it's recently been like the troops have been upped recently near it, but like I would think maybe we might know the layout. Maybe we might know if it has 2 stories.
Or if you can access it through the sewer.
Right. I'm trying to crawl through a mile of shit.
Yeah.
Just in general, expect me to yes and anything that you guys want to do. I'll be right back.
Okay. So.
Okay, send me your food.
Yes. Yes, I would also like some of the food, even though I just ate a double Whopper.
It's only an hour drive for me, so.
That's true. I think when you showed me when you gave me your address to ship that shit to you, I was like, huh, I wonder, because I knew Austin lived in like Georgetown. I was like, I wonder how far away they are, because I thought you guys were close, and I think it's like it was like a 45-minute drive or so.
Yeah. And in Austin traffic, that's even worse. Because it goes right through downtown.
I blame Joe Rogan.
Dude, I was listening to the newest Two Bears One Cave, and Bert was talking about partying, getting drunk, and forgetting shit in downtown Austin.
Nice. That sounds about right.
Okay, you ready? You ready, Adam?
Yeah, sure. What are we doing?
I guess role playing.
Oh, yeah,
Trying
sure.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're all still together.
Plan what we want to do.
Yeah. So So I think so. You would probably at least maybe if either of us know about the house, you probably could at least recall it better.
He most likely would know.
Yeah. But we don't know what the house looks like without Austin here.
Yeah, and I wanted Scott to be here so that way I could talk to him about how he plans on, because I was thinking, well, we're gonna do some kind of like, hey, they know us and they're okay with us, and we walk in the front door kind of bullshit, or do we sneak in? Or do
That's what I thought the plan was going to be for him too.
Or even like
we do grease palms and shit.
Or we do a Jedi where one of us is handcuffed and the other one is leading the other one.
But they're also I think that's also the point of the distraction is to like empty out the police station.
See, I forgot about the distraction.
So hopefully you guys, if you have to like deal with anybody, it might be just a couple of lackeys. But
yeah,
I was also listening to old episodes and like murder that isn't like if you get caught for murder that isn't easily proved as self-defense, you're like fucked. Like it's death penalty.
Okay.
So I don't know if Austin remembers
we don't want
that.
to just be killing people. Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Right. It seemed like kind of an important part of the session 0.
We gotta watch the murder hobo shit, or we will be put to death.
Right. Boss, you know what a murder hobo is?
I'm breaking down the words, and I think I got it.
It's well, it's probably not exactly what you think. It's basically any D&D group that solves every problem with murder. Which, it's fun, but like...
That's what video games are for.
That's true. And
like
it's an easy out.
It's sure.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like sometimes you're just gonna have to fight. But trying to not fight is also sometimes a lot of fun.
That's the best fun.
So I think we can get in. Austin, do we know what this captain's house looks like?
Or do you want us to just make it up?
Well, I assume he has maps, so...
I do have maps,
so
but no, you don't know. None of you have been to the captain's house before.
Okay. So, I got something. Okay, so... Perhaps we take a quick walk around the perimeter, trying not to arouse suspicion. And perhaps... If possible, once this pops off, you knock on the door, and I will sneak in a window. Try to sell them some magazines or something.
Oh, what about like
I could do that.
Take a little trolley of fish to distract them.
There you go. we can
get a food truck.
We can bring some caviar up.
Must I be carrying fish again?
You sue them quite well. Perhaps you can do some serious damage with them. Have you ever tried swinging a herring instead of your sword? It's always the sword with this one. Perhaps a nice tuna slap.
He looks like confused, like he thought about it for a second, but then like...
No, that's stupid.
Yeah, that is preposterous. The fish would...
Nothing goes over my head.
Shatter to pieces.
Well, you may need to do some bludgeoning damage someday. If we fight a skeleton, perhaps bring a fish with you to slap something with. But
a frozen fish might work very well.
There you go. I mean, that's basically a great club if it's a big enough fish.
Yes. Because we have so much freezer technology in this city.
You just have to get some fish from up north, where things are already cold.
Can you run fast?
Yeah, right. How fast can you?
Do you get tired? I don't know.
Can you find somebody?
I don't get tired.
Can you find somebody to cast teleport on you?
But I do have to rest. Don't have to sleep, but I have to take time to like sit still.
So, John, what do you think about that plan? I mean,
just scouting it out and then going from there. I like that idea.
And then
knocking on the door is a distraction.
If the plan works for you to knock on the door and me to slip in, then that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
If it doesn't look like it's gonna, then we'll play on the fly.
Yeah. Ideally, the goal is gonna be me distract whoever we see that could catch you, and then you try to sneak in and get the shit.
Right.
Or see if it's there at least.
I'm imagining this house is gonna have 2 stories, but we'll find out when we get there. Now, Hunter.
We talked about a distraction for the prison. What kind of distraction?
Well, the man at the dock. Austin, we ever get a name on that guy?
Who?
The guy at the boat.
The pirate.
No.
Okay.
I'm not even asked his name.
Willie.
Right. Did he have both
Marine
eyes?
pirate.
So she's gonna say, he
feel
seemed
like we
to
got a name, but I
imply
don't remember
some
what it
sort. I don't remember her name, and I didn't write anything
neither.
down.
Yeah.
He seemed to imply that the distraction would be great enough to take heat off of perhaps both locations. So maybe maybe some sort of powder keg will spark. But I mean, if you two can walk through the front door, why not?
I was wondering if this guy's crazy enough to burn down the harbor just to get a distraction.
That is an awful big ask.
And a very big harbor.
I'm not asking. I'm
Good
just
point.
possibility.
Sure. I think I can't imagine that there are too many non-secured entrances and exits in the police station. So perhaps the front door or wherever hopefully some exiting guards are coming from will be your best option.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if they're all piling out, maybe y'all can like fucking do a quick once in and fucking.
Ooh, maybe we can sneak in as guards.
God, I wish you had wild shape. This is like the perfect time to use wild shape. But
I heard you say wild chafe. I'm like, nah, I got baby powder.
No. Gross.
I don't use talcum. Talcum's rock. You got rock dust in your junk.
Right.
Varys could possibly go in disguised as a guard.
Yeah, I'm looking at what he's got. I know he's got
disguise
kit.
self.
He does.
Yeah, and
He does
I mean,
have
and
disguise self.
if they spot the captain walk out, he can walk right back in as the captain.
Well, why would
And
you
it-
walk back in as the captain though?
well, he can have.
Oh, I forgot something. I need to grab this from my office. And he runs
What he could
back
do,
there and grabs it.
Varys could be a guard, and I can go back in with him as if for further questioning.
That's also possible.
Yeah, but we got to know that the captain's not there for that,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, he could look like any kind of guard though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they can get you in that way. I was just thinking because they need access to the captain's office. It makes sense if you could be the captain, because no one's going to question why you're going to his office.
Right.
Oh, maybe a higher up, like a lieutenant or something.
Yeah, that too. But we'll address that if we get to that.
Yeah.
If Scotty doesn't.
I mean, we can have some plans, but I think since we don't know much about either of our targets, it's gonna be a lot of let's see what happens.
And we don't know where the captain is.
Not really. I think Varys might. I think he spoke with him, so he's got that going for him, which is nice.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I know Varys did have a dealing with the captain, so has put eyes on him and could disguise himself into it.
Quite the scam, which is fine.
Yeah, there's no good trickery gods. Oh, there is. That's right. I did pick this one. Chaotic good. That's perfect. Yeah. I mean, like I said, without knowing too much of what we're going into, I don't know that we're gonna be able to plan a ton, but I like where we're at as of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what we got.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I mean, I'll jump into it.
We're waiting on you, Austin.
I'll poke, do D&D.
Huh?
Hey, what'd you
All
order?
right.
What? Yeah. What should
So are you guys going to bed for the night, or
Yeah. Well,
I mean, whatever
What time
we
is
got to
it?
do.
how long did you guys talk?
Not
We'll say
terribly
about-
long.
We'll say about an hour.
Yeah. So what time of the day is it?
I wouldn't even necessarily say that because we don't really have enough information to put
Right,
a
I mean, we
plan
need
To
together.
go on.
Yeah, probably 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe.
We got bullet points.
Mm-hmm. It's more,
And we don't really know what we're doing necessarily anyway, so it's just kind of like, let's break into the captain's house and see what happens.
This is a great idea.
All right, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
I mean, we made 400 gold yesterday,
That's
so
true.
how is
guys
this
doing?
not a great idea?
I mean, sharpening weapons, checking gear, and then I mean, I think if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I think me and Tux would probably head towards the captain's house in hopes of, you know, not like walking down the street in front of him. Ooh, you know what we could do, John? We should try and get up on a building that's next to it. Or
Just to scout it out?
Yeah, like some Assassin's Creed type running on the rooftops type shit.
Just go walk the neighborhood and power down in like an alleyway and watch it.
John's gonna pull a 3PO and be like, if you don't mind, I'm going to power down now. Like, what the
Pretty
fuck?
much,
What the fuck,
yeah.
3PO? Do you really even need to? I feel like that was an Anthony Daniels ad-lib where he's just like, I'm kind of tired for today, I'm done acting.
Yeah.
Just call me when you guys are done.
Right.
How are you guys?
Let's,
Are you guys disguising Tux at all? And if you are, how?
Well, here's what we're gonna try first. We'd
Okay.
like to go, like, maybe, so, like...
Tux patrols much of the city pretty often, so he doesn't think that anyone's going to think anything of him just walking around.
Do you know? Do you guys normally walk around this late at night?
Sure,
He does,
we're
yeah.
card players.
That's true. Okay. That's
Yeah.
And what Annette's gonna try and do, if she can find
He works
one,
during the day.
she would like to find a house or a building that's like nearby and like try and get up on top of it, but not from the same side of the building as the captain's house, like the opposite side.
Okay.
And see if she can scout it out from a high rooftop or at least an elevated position while still remaining hidden. Is there anything like that around?
Some kind of crow's nest where we can jump into some hay
So
afterwards.
there's
Right.
Actually, the public library
Ooh, that's pretty
Yes.
perfect.
opposite the captain's house, but there's like a pretty decent sized courtyard between the two,
Sure.
and there are a lot of exits and entryways into the library. When both of you come up to the library, you guys can tell that it's pretty much pitch black. There's as you're walking up to it, you don't see any movement. You see a few doors scattered different ways. It looks like the bottom floor is a lot of see-through like glass and stuff, so you can kind of almost see through it.
Uh-huh.
And you can see these big bookshelves that are like these enormous bookshelves that are awesome.
Okay.
But there's also stairs that go up all corners and stuff,
Okay.
and there's different doors on all sides.
Okay. Well, can we... So, she's gonna say, perhaps we, jimmy one of these windows open and see if there's a rooftop access from the inside?
Okay.
So
I can do that.
Can I try and jimmy one of the windows open, Austin? I have thieves' tools.
Well, yeah, absolutely. These tools is what it's for.
Okay, so here comes my sleight of hand roll. Come on, big money. 22.
Nice.
Oh yeah, with a 22, you kind of surprise yourself. You're like, damn, that was easy. They must not have any security. Like it was just like a latch. That must not have even been locked.
So now this is a building like across the street, right?
So he said there's like a courtyard there. Is hey, before we
Yeah.
continue
This
with this
isn't
point-
the captain's house,
No.
right?
No,
Okay,
it's the
good.
library.
Just verify.
So Austin, before we actually enter this building, is there like trees obscuring our view if we were to get on the roof of this thing or even to look out some windows?
There's a lot of trees in the courtyard, but they're like the pretty manicured kind of stuff.
So Here's what I
There's
would.
nothing as tall as either building, and none of the trees are as tall as the roof
Okay.
of the library.
Would we be able to get because so if you're looking at trees from outside, I feel like you would be able to at least have a good idea of whether or not I would be able to see patrols if I got up higher.
From looking at it, it looks like you would have a reasonably good view,
Okay.
if not a clear line of sight.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go in this window then,
Sounds good.
and then upstairs.
So you guys get into this library, and the smell of books and
That's a good smell.
Right.
clean floor,
Listen.
like this is, you can tell the library is very well maintained, and this is like one of the, I mean, you've probably heard about the library and how it's one of the great library stores that survived the zombie apocalypse and all this stuff, right?
Tux has definitely been in this building many a times.
Yeah, so
that
this
would make a lot of sense.
This is like the Library of Alexandria-esque. Like, there are old stuff, and there's a lot of stuff in this library. The library has columns all along the middle, and when you're looking from the opposite the captain's house, you can see through all the columns
Okay.
because it's mostly glass. Whereas if you're on the sides, you would just see bookshelves, right?
Gotcha.
So it has like this really beautiful cutaway, but there are some things, like there are some little trees and some desks and stuff that are about person height. So you guys, it's not like you guys are obvious, if you were that tall. If you were, 12 foot tall, it'd be like, what the fuck's in the library?
Right.
And Tux knows where the stairwells are at. There's little circular stairwells on all corners, and this is actually one of the few places in the city that is like multiple stories tall. And it goes into a sort of, it's a perfect it's a rectangle, and it goes to a square with most of the ceiling being flat, but then there's a big dome on top. There's this huge, like, Muslim type
Rotunda.
beautiful, yeah, it's gorgeous is what it is. And then on either sides of the library, on the corners, where the stairwells go up, there's little spirals, twirly, like, pillar things that go up into spikes. So there's 4 spikes on the corner. There's a lot of flat ground, and then there's that dome.
Okay.
And you go up, let's say 2 floors, which is, and these floors are not normal floors. These are like 20 foot floors, 20 feet high floors. So you're up 40 feet, and we get to the second. When you get to the second floor, you actually come to another door.
Okay.
And Tux, you would know that this is like the restricted area where there's probably like offices and shit, or like restricted stuff they don't put out to the public is. So
Yeah.
You hit another door.
The Declaration of Independence.
There actually is the Declaration of Independence from the United States of America. It's one of the oldest artifacts they have, and lemon juice is not allowed anywhere near this thing.
It's okay. Urine has the same effects.
So you're at a locked door.
So is there have we passed any
This
kind of
is the restriction section.
that is very interesting.
One at a time. What's going on? What's the question?
Oh, my question was had we if there was any windows facing the captain's house that we would have passed, we would have looked out of them to recon.
Again, the first 2 floors are mostly windows. But when you're facing if you were at the captain's place, you'd be able to see through the library at those first 2 floors. The first 2 floors are like a lot of glass and cement pillars. So
how many stories is the captain's house?
So what does he see then?
Yeah.
Because if it's all window, then we would have looked out it. So what
Well,
do we see?
hang on.
But I know you guys are on the back side. You guys haven't gone to that
Cool.
side.
Right. I also
Then
think
we have to get to the front.
I also think that Austin's trying to convey the message that if we look out these windows, there's a semi-decent chance that we'd be seen because there's so much glass. So, like, yeah. I'm kind of picking up what he's putting down.
And
Well, yes, but if I'm
pro-
standing in the middle of the room and I'm looking at the glass, I can see through it. I don't have to fucking have my face against
Right,
it.
but there's stacks in the way, too.
Yeah, no, I know.
it's also pretty far away from you guys. From the first floor.
Yeah, I figured.
So here's the captain's house. Here's trees. And here's a library, right? So from those first floors, you're mostly seeing trees.
Okay.
That's what I was
figured that
asking.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was wondering if the advantage that they had, the view is parallel or at an angle to look down on the captain's
Yeah,
house.
the library is one of the tallest structures and most fortified structures in the city.
But the windows are only on the first 2 levels, like you said, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's going to be a parallel view of the building of the house,
we
more or less.
Yeah.
still need to keep climbing then.
Yeah.
You said we did reach the top of the stairs, correct? We're at a door.
You've reached the 3rd floor, which has a door and is locked.
Okay. Well, shall we?
We shall.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pick this lock. Come on, baby. 27.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Electronic dice rollers going hot.
This lock is much harder than the other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's what
when
she
you're going
said.
in there, like you actually had to pull out like some other instruments. You weren't able to just use your normal 2. Like you had to get 3 or 4. But you also
buddy.
you've actually had some experience with this specific lock before. So you knew like, oh, this is this tool that I never have to use.
Right.
And it goes right in here to get this hidden latch. And I put this up here and then I get the teeth up there. So it's a very hard lock, but you just happen to be very familiar with that type of lock.
Okay.
And then you guys open the door
Okay.
and there's a dragon.
Sweet.
There's an ancient red dragon because the door is a portal that you guys are now in. No, I'm
I
just
rolled a 25 for initiative.
So when you guys get in there, this place looks almost pitch black. Do either of you have like night vision or night sight or anything?
I don't think either of us have dark vision.
I don't believe so.
You don't. I don't. I'm a human. Fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Do we? Okay, here's a question. Do we see any do we see windows on this floor?
Yes, but they're all very high
Okay.
and they're thin, and their angles to the light almost kind of goes in at a very oblique angle, because, and Tux, you would probably know this, sunlight isn't really good for books and shit. So the sunlight that comes in is at a very oblique angle and just hits the floor and never is able to get inside.
So,
Yes, the sunlight is not allowed in this level. It only is allowed at certain angles, not destroy the books.
But you guys can still like see.
right.
It's not pitch.
Well,
you're not in a fucking
well,
cave.
here's what I'm
Right.
here's what I'm thinking is
Uh-huh.
based on the way this light comes in, and we're pretty high up.
Yeah.
Perhaps we risk lighting a torch just to help navigate our way through here.
The Library of Alexandria with manuscripts as old as time. Let's
I'm not
light
gonna
up.
set them on fire. It's not a flamethrower; it's a torch.
That's like one of the few death penalties still allowed in existence. Light a fire in the library.
Well, Tux, do you have any objections to this?
I believe
Give me a
that could be
perception
very
check,
dangerous.
guys. Give me some perception checks because you guys aren't doing any fucking perception checks. So I'm gonna be a nice DM and tell you to give me a fucking perception check.
Why would we do a perception check? We haven't got where we can see the fucking place we came to look at, Austin. Fuck you.
I was gonna say I thought I was still at the door.
You guys are inside the door. You open it up, and it's dark. So you guys don't even know what you're seeing yet because you haven't given
We're in
me.
a dark library.
I got a
15
I got a
or
20.
wait, what is my perception? Ooh, I got. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. 17.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 20 from Annette, and what did Tux get?
17.
All right, so Tux, you don't see anything, but Annette, she sees like almost right by the door. It's very dark, but you can see the like some lantern, like there's a cart that goes by, and some of the light spills over, just a glimmer, and you see a row of lanterns right next to you, and then it goes black, and then you can barely see anything.
Okay. She says, let's take one of these lanterns. They probably will produce less light than a torch, but enough for us to
Probably
see.
smart. And covered fire as well.
Sure.
This flame around these books is a bad idea.
If I want to make you guys do like, I guess it'd just be an investigation check to see if you could figure out how they work, because they're not normal lanterns, but you might be able to figure them out.
Sure.
Would that be an investigation check?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. Give me an investigation check or a history check.
Okay. I'm shit at both.
I got
a 12.
I got an 8 if I do a history check.
God damn.
And
aren't you good at history?
Ooh. I rolled a 3.
Nice.
So.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Annette, you look at it. It looks like a solid, like metal box with some like a really. It feels heavier than it normally should. And you feel some sort of device underneath. Tux, give me. So let's say that you try and remember, but you don't remember how to use it. But let's say that you hold it up to your face and like you try and look at it. So give me an investigation check, John. Let's see if you get a better.
10.
Damn.
All right, so you guys don't figure out how to use these special type of lanterns. So
damn.
That's a bummer, but that's okay.
So we light a torch.
Yeah, we're gonna light a torch.
Maybe just a small torch. Doesn't throw any.
Yeah, we'll chop the top.
Lantern.
We'll chop the top half of the torch off, so it's not like as big, and it won't last as long.
There we go.
I guess.
All right, so you guys light a torch, and the first thing you see is a sign that says "No fire allowed." And then you see instructions next to that on how to use the lantern.
That rule's been broken.
Oh, we see instructions on how to use the lanterns?
Yes,
okay.
And there's instructions that say the lanterns actually use crystal glass. They use oil, and they're completely self-contained. And you just have to twist the bottom counterclockwise 5 times, and then press the little button to prime it. And then there's the circular thing on the bottom that you have to click.
Okay, we do all of that.
So yeah, an investigation check would have helped us figure that out. No problem.
Hey,
Man,
you failed. Don't be mad because you failed.
You guys just stumbled into the how-to for dummies section of the library.
Right, yeah. It's we found the lantern lighting for dummies book.
Yeah.
So I actually thought about it, and in this environment, they would want to make, like if I'm going to say there's no fire allowed, in an environment where safety is that kind of a factor, you are going to make sure that people have a safe means of doing it, because it's irreplaceable stuff.
It's like
so they are going to have special lanterns, and in case somebody does get in there and is a dumb fuck, I mean, there's signs saying don't sit in the fire at fire pits and stuff, right?
Right.
Coughing hot. So
alligators do not swim.
Yeah, in this library, there's definitely like, hey, don't use fire. This is this thing, and this is like the instructions on how to use it.
Yeah, they're treating the documents like Super 8 film.
Right next to that sign is a sign that says to use book, read top bottom, left right.
So you guys get these lanterns. You each take one, and you notice that the light on these lanterns also goes down at an oblique angle, and doesn't like light everything up, right?
Right. Perfect for a stealth mission.
Or a place that light is, people are whatever. So you guys want to continue going up, right?
I mean, can we now that we have a bit more light, can we make new perception checks to see what's going on with this restricted area? I mean, we're not gonna fucking dilly dally because the top mission is still recon.
Yeah, sure.
And I know we have limited time.
Give me some rolls. I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Perception checks now that we have some light. Fucking roll better, John.
I did. 18 this time.
Well, that's better.
Yeah.
Do you have good perception?
+4.
Right on. That's what I have.
Yeah.
All right. So.
I mean, that's good.
What
for level 1.
I got a 14. John got an 18.
Oh, finally! Thank God. Seriously. I'm having to spoon feed this shit.
You have to give John signs of how to roll better.
Right?
He's like, John, made up bullshit reason you have advantage.
If you want us to succeed on something, don't have us roll. And we'll succeed every fucking time.
That's true.
I want you to fucking earn it, dick.
You only have them roll if it's a situation where you want them to fail.
Opportunity to fail. That's on you. That's on your dice. That's not on me. I'm not gonna get that.
No. But
it's just pointless.
No, here's the point John is not so tactfully making. If there's no difference between a success and a failure on the roll is futile. It's moot. It's moo. It's like a cow's opinion.
It's like a cow's opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Good point, John. Now you're making sense.
I'm gonna be John's lawyer in all future fucking trials.
So, all right. So, you do your perception check. You guys. I mean, this kind of looks like somewhat of a regular office. The walls go from ceiling to the top. You can see some doors. You see a big hallway leading in front of you. You kind of get an idea that after a few offices, there's sort of an open area. To your side, you see another room that's like heavily fortified and has like little peepholes and stuff. So it looks like it's a library/treasure room because a lot of the stuff that's in libraries can sometimes be considered treasure.
Okay.
If you're into ancient artifacts that are irreplaceable.
I mean, I don't know that Annette would even know, but like, I don't know that. I mean, Tux would either. I don't know what he's into.
And then
she would know, but
on the door behind you, you see. Well, there's the door that you came out of, and then right next to it, there's a door that says roof access.
She says, well, here is our destination. Would we have an idea, how much time have we spent doing all this? 10, 15 minutes?
Probably 10,
yeah.
Less than 10.
So, in the walk it took it was 1 o'clock when we walked over here. So, what's it, about 1:45?
Yeah.
So, I would say, well, at least we know where we need to be. Would you like to poke around in here more? Or do you want to just head up to the roof?
We should probably focus on the task at hand.
Okay. We'll
so head up to the roof.
Yeah, we'll head up to the roof. I do just
he's interested in the library for sure because he's in a section he's not normally have access to, but he knows
first.
we have something we got to get done, and there's another 400 gold at the end of that rainbow, hopefully.
So I want to say this before we go to the roof. 2 things. 1, Adam, I don't know. Does Tux have like a fucking like thirst for knowledge, or when it comes to him, does he just take it in?
He has a bit of a thirst.
So,
like he likes to. Something in his programming is very, very comfortable in a library.
Okay.
So it's one of the places in the world that he feels most comfortable, no matter where he's at, is the library, because they're all very similar.
Okay. So, also, Tux would know what time the library starts getting staffed, right? Like what time we need to be out of here?
Oh, I feel like he would, yeah.
I mean,
what time is that, Austin?
Yeah, what time does the library open?
Or is it 24 hours?
Yeah.
Library opens at 8.
8?
8 to 5.
Great.
8 a.m.?
That's the public public hours.
So
Might be somebody stays late, but
we should
never
be
bad.
done. We should be done at the captain's
the
house
distraction's
before it
gonna the distraction's gonna happen long before that. The second thing
Yeah,
I wanted
like
to say
5-6 a.m.
The second thing I wanted to say before we head up to the roof is she's going to so Austin, this is something for you to account for. She wants to come back here to as like a this has been kind of an interesting day. Thank you, Tux, for throwing the fish in. Like, give him like a half an hour to poke around in this room, but also then enough time after that to get out and get on to back to the job. Does that make sense?
So you want to poke around a little bit right now?
No. After we're done with our recon up on the roof, she wants to stop that. While leaving enough time to poke around for 30 minutes and then leave safely.
I got you. That's fine.
Nice background, boss.
Yep, time.
Listen, do you smell that?
Somebody blows her nose and you want us to...
Alright, so we'll head up to the roof.
This door is also locked. This door has 2 locks.
Oh, okay.
Baz, I didn't know you didn't have a dick.
2 locks. Okay, well, I'll try slide it.
Took you too long.
Try slide a hand. Oh! Oh no! The luck has
Natty
run
one.
out. Natty 1.
Natty
For a
one.
9.
I mean, that's still a 9. You can't crit fail a
That's
skill
correct.
check.
That's important
This
for
is
you to
skill
remember, Austin.
This is a 9.
Yeah. Ignore that red box.
I know,
It's a
crit-
9.
Crits only count in combat.
And on death
Yeah.
saves.
Yes.
You know that.
Crits and death saves, or attacks and death saves.
All right. You pick at this thing for a while.
Okay. No.
And you can't get it
Okay.
until you hear something break or shatter inside the lock.
Fuck. Can I roll like investigation to see if I've like fucked it up to where I can't pick it now? Or
Sure.
okay. 13.
You can't tell.
Okay.
It looks fucking complicated, and you just heard some clicking or
Okay.
something.
Okay. She says, "Well, I'm not sure that this one is going so well. Perhaps try the other one, or would you like to try to break this?"
Did you try opening it?
The lock? I tried to pick it and nothing. It did not work, and now I hear unfamiliar noises inside.
So try opening it.
Okay, I try and pull it apart.
No, like try to open the door. Maybe you broke the
2
lock
locks.
inside.
There's 2 locks.
Oh, there's 2. Okay, I was
Yeah.
kind of.
So I didn't.
I could try to break it.
Or would you like me to try to pick the other one first?
So there's no clear way on this floor, like how to get to the other corner. You would remember you could go downstairs, pick that lock, go back up and pick that lock, or you could try and figure out your way through the library.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what you guys want to do.
with all that knowledge in mind, she's gonna leave the decision up to Tux because this is his home turf.
Well, I mean, if it's broken, they're going to notice someone was here.
Sure.
Maybe. So would it matter if I broke it, or is it better to keep a smaller instance and sneak to the other door?
Real quick, Austin, from the outside appearance, does the lock look broken if somebody's just looking at it?
No.
Okay. Well,
It's probably
You
best
heard-
not to tip
you heard
anyone
something
off.
shatter or clink or
Rattle.
something happened.
yeah.
Oh.
So perhaps we go down a floor, try to come up the other side?
That may be our best bet.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
All right, so you guys go downstairs. You don't see anything different. There's nothing outside that on that window when you guys walk across it.
Okay.
It's very dark, but you can clearly see just like you would if you're outside.
We would have kept that little lantern with us too. I think, yeah, John. Or should we?
Yeah.
Or,
for
or
sure.
since we're going through past these big windows, should we have left it?
Let's say I'll say that when you guys get down there,
Well, we know how to control it now.
Oh
so
yeah, we
should be
can
able
just
to
dim
it
turn it
and
off.
yeah,
We should be
Okay.
able to control the.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll
The
turn
light.
We'll turn it
Yeah.
off, and
So
then
you
we'll
go
turn
down
it back
and
on.
give me another sleight of hand just so you can open up this one.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll.
Also, hold on. All right, with this one, roll with advantage because this is the one that you had
It's the
experienced.
same one. Okay. I'm gonna roll for real this time.
Oh, you're going for real?
Yeah, I'm going real. Jerky.
That's not better for him.
No, it's not. But I'm
That's
rolling
not.
2, so hopefully it's good.
It's usually worse.
Oh my god! I rolled a 6 and a
2.
4. Still a 14.
Totals.
Yeah.
So, wait, is
Still
that
probably got a decent.
I rolled a 14 with advantage.
that's not gonna open it up.
Buck. Okay. So, with all that being said,
Does it break this one too?
No,
no.
this one doesn't break.
Should I just try?
You just can't get
should
it.
I just try again? Austin is trying again. A possibility.
Yeah, we'll just say it takes more time. Is all.
Okay.
It'll be a time count.
I mean, we have hours. You could take 20.
do have
Okay. I rolled again. I rolled a 19.
Now you got it open.
Okay. So. Okay. Is there another roof access door with 2 locks?
You go up,
Yeah.
just like the other one. Opposite, there's the sign. You see more lanterns.
Okay.
On this side,
Uh-huh.
you can see a hallway going straight and a hallway going left until you kind of see what you would intuit the back of that one fortified like room.
Mm-hmm.
And then on this side, you see kind of like office cubicles. Like it looks like this is a lot of office cubicles. Then you turn around and there's another door saying roof access.
Okay. 2 locks again?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and pick one of these. Fuck. Come on. How about a good roll? Okay, that's not bad. 13 plus 8 for a 21.
Nice.
You get the first one.
Okay. Try
Roll
on.
again.
Try on the
Okay.
second one. Come on, baby. Come on. Ooh, sweet. 17 plus 8 for a 25.
You definitely open it up. You are now proficient in these types of locks.
Sweet.
You figured it out.
Cool.
So
Up to the roof.
now you can go up, and there's another floor, but you just figured out how to do these locks.
Uh-huh.
So you now remember, like, okay, so there must be like a crystal shard in there, and I must have broken it, which caused the lock to whatever.
Right.
Because now you're like figuring this shit out, right?
Right.
But now with these, you know how to get it, and you guys go up to the roof.
Cool. Is there? Did you say there was like cones on this roof? What's the roof layout like?
The roof is a rectangle,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
The captain's house is up here,
Yeah.
and then there's a courtyard right here.
Right.
Then there's a library,
Okay.
and well, I mean, I could just draw it really quick.
No, it's fine. I got you. What is the? Is there like? What's
But
the like guardrail?
on the
situation?
library. If you're looking at the library, there's spires going up at the corners,
Okay.
like kind of pillars that kind of go into those like a cone or
Yeah.
like a spiral, a spire.
Parapet.
And then in the center, there's a huge dome
That's right.
with like
4 of them.
really, really ornate shit.
Okay.
And it's perfectly flat up there with like a 2-foot raised ledge around the outside.
Okay.
And from there you can see the spires. It's kind of dark, but you can clearly see the other doors.
Okay.
You can see the dome. You can kind of see some like hatches. There's 2 hatches.
Okay.
like if this is the library and the dome is right here, there's like two latches midway between the dome and the over here.
Okay.
That has like emergency roof access. Maybe you don't know.
That's in case you're the
And
last
other than
person
that,
and
it's
the
clear.
killer's after you.
This when you guys are up here, have you guys ever been this high before? Have you ever been in like a 5-story, 20-foot, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 1,000 feet up in the air?
1,000? Do you mean 100?
Yeah, 100. No. Yeah, 100. Yeah, this is 100, like 150 feet because there's space between
yeah.
them. So,
I don't know. It's a great.
I mean, if Tux probably has.
Yeah, I would say she probably has not.
In one of his many lives. Yeah.
She's
Well,
led a pretty boring
But
life,
Tux
so
doesn't
no.
necessarily remember it.
I just want to impress upon you the feeling that I think Annette would have seeing the whole city from a completely different point of view.
Sure, she's probably in
all
awe.
the streets, like basically running towards the center, right?
Right.
Because there's this square, and she can see like people that are like small going about their lives. Some people are. I need to make some tea here in a second.
Yeah, she's probably in awe.
And let's say it's really windy up here. It was less windy down at the bottom, but now it's very windy.
Sure.
And like you're catching smells from like the dock, which is like I see the if you look at it at this map in roll 20, like no, I don't know where it would be. Let's just say
you said the captain's house was like here, roughly. Or maybe a bit west.
No, that's fine. It even has a little square up for us right there. No, that doesn't make sense, bro. Let's say it's over here at this one.
Okay.
Where?
Just by the trades board words.
Gotcha.
I want to say from here, you guys can smell the dock.
It smells like home.
The dock, you get whiffs of like the city. You like there's some forest mixed in there. Like you're smelling like all these different places.
Sure.
And then let's see if it was one. If the here, let's see. Give me a 1d. Do I have a d12?
Yeah, you should.
See, there's phases of the moon. All right, so it's unfortunately or fortunately for you, it's a new moon.
Okay.
Because that's the first phase of the moon. I was going from waxing to gibbous.
Sure.
And you guys have it's completely black moon. And it's just pitch, and you can see the stars are extremely bright. And you've never. Like I just want to give you the sense.
You're painting a wonderful word and mental picture
like,
here.
The stars are like brighter. The smells,
Sure.
like the feeling, the wind is literally almost kind of beneath your feet. Like you're doing shit. There's a sense of you have time.
I will tell you what this is doing, and it's very good because Tux had been trying to basically get her off her ass, right? And like get some kind of like wanderlust in her, a sense of adventure. And this is certainly feeding whatever embers of that may be burning in a potential fire.
So, Tux, when you see Annette and she kind of seems spellbound, it's just for a moment. I'm not saying it's taking like time. Like the moment she's
roll a wisdom save.
He would say to her that's what I was trying to jump into a minute ago. But he would say they look like land ants from up here, don't they?
It's and she's stumbling for words. And she's like,
relatively.
Yeah, it's very nice. She's holding back, but like, yeah, you can tell she's into it.
Yeah.
She's just trying to maintain her what you would know as her current attitude of what you would call boring, but also a little bit of trying to stay focused. But it's there. She's got a shitty poker face at this moment.
Yeah.
She's like, but and you see her kind of like look around, shake her head out, and she's like, No, where's we need to let's get the info we need to get.
Yeah, I like the idea that Annette like turns around and like focuses in and it's
Yeah,
like,
she
oh
probably
yeah,
she probably spun in a circle a few times between walking up the library, the awe she's feeling, and then like she kind of got disoriented. So then like she's got to like figure out again which direction they're supposed to look.
So you guys start walking over to the other side, right? If if this is the library, you guys are on this side. The mayor's house is up here. Are you guys gonna walk like at a diagonal?
Yeah, I wanted to kind of like peek into the dome and see if there's anything cool like in the walk by. Like she's not gonna press her face up to the glass, but she's gonna look
as high as you are. You can now see the dome in a way that you've never seen it before, obviously, and even in the night sky, you can see that there's nothing for like 10 feet. It's just like ornate, like rock and stone, and like it's almost like street art, but like with stonework. And then you can see that there's like some glass paneling, but you can't really get too much out of it. It's too high and it's too dark to see through.
It's too dark. I was gonna say she would try and stand on Tux's shoulders to see, but if it's too dark to see through, never mind.
It looks almost opaque. It looks different from the normal glass.
Okay.
Even if you were to try and do that.
Okay. Well, then in that case, she'd probably just keep walking towards where we need to be.
All right. So, are you guys gonna want to walk straight up, and then over, or are you gonna walk towards the center of the building?
Well, hey John, where do you think Austin's trap is that he's trying to get us to walk into?
I don't know why he would put one up here.
But here I'll tell you what I think we would do. We would probably walk in the shortest point from A to B without stepping on those hatches, because that's just weird. I wouldn't step on a hatch when I was walking over it.
The hatches and everything else up there, like the floor seems extremely sturdy. It seems like you're walking on the ground. It's very sturdy.
Okay.
And it's also like it's almost meticulously clean. You can it's almost, and it's white too. It's all whitewashed.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of, you can see pretty well on the roof that there is obvious, like through passive perception or whatever. You can clearly have your footing. I'm just trying to say, when you get there, are you going to want to start like walk across the sides so that you can kind of get the best vantage point? Or are you going to try and go towards the middle?
Yeah. So we'll go to whichever point on the wall towards the captain's house is closest to his house. If it's like dead center, like dead across the street, we'll probably
whatever
just be
gives
in
us the best bird's eye view, really.
Yeah.
So you get to this. All right, you walk up there. You kind of walk around the dome and whatever, and you can clearly see the captain's house, which is 2 stories with like a sort of garden veranda on the top, like huge half, and then like a little, what looks like would probably be a roof hatch thing. So it's a pretty, it's long, it's wide, and it has high. It's another high floors with windows that are wide open. And you guys, I mean, you're far, but you're not that far. You can pretty well clearly see directly into it.
Okay. Can we make some kind of perception check to like find the best means of ingress? Or an investigation check, some sort of check because like I totally can see what you're saying, but like we would be looking for like good points of entry.
Did this show up?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna give you guys the walls and shit.
Okay.
And this is actually a courtyard.
Okay.
You can zoom there.
Dude, this captain is living large.
It's the captain's residency, kind of like the governor's mansion,
Gotcha.
right? And then, you can't see back there. Whatever, I don't care.
No, are we where our tokens are in that kind of direction?
Where you guys are is across the courtyard, but like right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking right at the front door.
You guys can see, like, in here pretty well. You can see the piano. You can see stuff in there.
Oh, right, because of windows. I'm like,
yeah. You got big windows. You can see in there a little bit. In there, you can see.
I'm like this.
And then what you guys can see is that you don't see any guards out on the front.
Okay.
So you can see some people walking inside that look like guards. They're wearing guard attire, right? Like, let's say that one sort of then walks across here, and then he walks out of view, and then you see another one walk across over here. So you can see them in the different rooms. There's some unknown number that are clearly making possibly rounds or something.
Sure.
Right? And like you guys are like pseudo kind of staking it out, right? You're not just gonna like look, right.
No, we're gonna sit up because it's roughly what, like 2 o'clock right now.
Yeah. So So I actually had a thing planned, and you guys.
That's good. You're the DM.
You guys did something completely different than what I thought you were going to do.
Good.
But what's going to happen that I had planned is still going to happen. So you guys, because you guys are being very careful and just stalking it out, you see 3 ruffians that you didn't see it before. Okay. They seem to be like, you don't see them until they move.
Okay.
So you see.
Where do we?
They're over to the right.
Okay.
So you guys see that there are 3 shady-looking motherfuckers.
Okay.
That seem to be kind of honing around.
Do they look anything like the guys we fought in the jail?
No.
Okay.
So
there seems to be someone trying to break into the house we're trying to break into.
I see that. Should we perhaps alert the authorities of their presence? And you kind of see like a grin go over her face.
That could be an ironic twist of events.
Okay. So, here's what I want to do. So they're on the ground, right, Austin? Those guys?
They're right where they seem to be, yeah.
Okay. Is this room we can see that's right here, is that the first floor or the second floor? I assume the second floor?
Yes, this is the first floor.
Okay. Oh, this is the first floor. Okay. I want to... Shit. So, here's...
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, right? Fuck. I think I might just shoot an arrow at the window. I might wait until they're like... Are they creeping, Austin?
These guys are super fucking creeping.
No. Yeah, but like, are they making their way towards the front door?
They seem to be. You can't really tell.
Okay.
They're staying very still, and they're moving extremely slowly.
Adam again with a TLC reference.
Yes.
Now that we've seen them, can we like extra scan hard around the building? We don't see any more, correct? Like, we don't see any more over here or over here.
No, you guys are waiting.
Right.
Maybe let's say you guys waited another 10 minutes.
Doesn't mean.
And these 3 don't move in that 10 minutes. But you also, as you're like walking around looking, you don't see anyone else or anything else either.
Okay.
I mean, there are trees where they are on the map, but you have advantage over them. You can clearly see over the trees, right? But you can't see anything else without like an amazing perception check.
She
But
says
nothing jumps out at you.
she's gonna say to Tux. She says, what do you think about me perhaps trying to shoot an arrow through this window? Perhaps the guards see our friends down there, chase after them, and we have perhaps an easier time.
Are there any guards in the immediate vicinity?
You haven't seen any in the windows in a while.
No, I'm saying in the streets.
No, the street is empty.
Okay.
There's no one. It's shut down around this area at the square.
Like, I don't have a better way of drawing attention to these guys if that's what we want to do. Do we want to rat them out?
It could be useful.
Right.
If people are looking at them, it may be a way in for us.
That is what I am thinking as well. So, bombs away?
Or for you, I hope not to go in. Yes, bombs away.
Okay, she's gonna take
my big clanky ass ain't going in there.
Yeah, she's gonna take a short bow and... So, okay, here's a one last question before we do this. The walls are stone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so like shooting an arrow into rock, probably not gonna make enough noise.
But
especially if there's not a guard like in this room.
But I mean, you can clearly see that this is a huge window.
Right.
What if you had tricked arrows?
Well, that's what I was like. If there was a guard in this room, I would probably shoot the wall first, or try to shoot the wall first. But fuck it, let's break this window.
It's a huge window, and you can see. That's the room you can see in the best. And you don't see anyone in there, and there hasn't been.
Right, but if we can break a huge window, people are gonna come. So yeah, let's do that.
All right, give me an attack roll. Let's see how
okay. All right, short bow +6. Here we go. One time. 25. Pretty good.
That's a great fucking
19
shot.
on the die.
So you put it right through the middle of the window, and it breaks both panes.
Damn.
Right, like you get it. Like there's huge panes, and there's like that
joint
wood right there.
Yeah.
And you hit that, and the whole thing just shatters.
I was so close to rolling an actual die. John's like, why do you ever do that?
And then when that happens, like very quickly, there's 4 guards that come running out this way, and then suddenly there's another guard that comes running out this way, and they kind of do this pincer. These guys are running.
Okay.
They catch up and shoot a bow. One of them goes down. They start running this way, and this guard comes up.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Sure.
I know this is happening very quickly, but when she sees guards come out the front door, she's gonna say, "Oh shit! How high are we?"
Very high.
We're like, you said 120 feet, right?
Yeah, but 120, 150. I don't.
Okay. Okay.
Each floor is 20 feet.
We don't have enough rope then, do we, John? I only got 50 feet of rope.
No.
To rappel down.
We don't.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do is rappel down.
Leaving a rope tied to the spire.
That's probably a bad idea.
Well, I mean, I'd be up there to take the rope down, but yeah, we don't have a big enough rope.
Yeah.
So this does happen very quickly.
Right.
These guys try and run up this way, and then.
Okay, so she's gonna be like, so now what? Do we go?
And then these guys get in a little pitched fight, and then the guards.
Oh fuck!
So
you know what? This was a bad idea. Now they're on high alert.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I was thinking that now too. Yeah. I'm like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that.
One of them gets out a whistle and blows a whistle.
Oh god. Yeah, this was a fucking.
What are we in Paris?
Horrid idea. Right. And then you hear weird sirens where it's like wee woo, wee woo.
Actually, you hear whistles coming from either side of the.
Fuck.
Down and then you hear whistles.
How far away are we from the distraction?
The distraction hasn't.
The distraction hasn't happened yet.
That's what I mean. How far time-wise are we until?
I think it's like 2. Yeah, he said it was like 2 o'clock, and I think the distraction was set for like 5.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
So
Well, the good news about that is we could let this shit cool off and see what happens now.
We could just watch.
Yeah, we could just watch and see what happens.
Yeah, this is actually a good idea to find out some of their procedures.
Because we weren't going to make it down there in time to get in and get out. So
you know, as you guys are watching, I'm not going to deal with the figures anymore. Because I was going to have you guys fight them because they're also, but you guys found them. And then,
did they kill any of the guards?
No, these guys, you can tell they fucked these guys up pretty good.
Well, this kind of attention could also get the captain out of wherever he was at to this place.
If he's there in the first place, he could still be at the police station.
Well, that's what I mean. They could have gone to go get him and say, "Hey, somebody's trying to break it to your place."
That's a good point.
What you guys actually see is 4 guards come from each side, 8 total, like from different sides of the street, right? Come with their whistles, come up, and then there's 8, 9, 10. And then there's 12 guards out here in the front. Like maybe, as you guys are just watching this fold out, we'll say maybe 10 minutes later, a wagon rolls up to collect the meat, and that rolls off.
They take it to the yawning portal to be served for tomorrow's breakfast.
So you then see this this company of guards. I don't know. It's not really a company. Maybe 2 squads, 2.5 squads.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Austin, I'm very familiar with my military terminology. Get it right. I was gonna say battalion.
That would be a lot.
How many's a battalion?
Battalion, that's like a division.
How many's a division?
A battalion is like a unit-sized group.
Don't say unit. I need numbers, you motherfuckers. Wasn't in the middle. He's like, it's some.
Only numbers. Okay, so like a squad is gonna be like 10 to maybe 15 people, and a fire team would be 4 to 5.
Okay.
That's your smallest.
Okay.
Up from there it just goes
exponentially. It's like the difference of a shindig and a hoedown and a hootenanny.
Exactly.
A battalion could be 1,000, and a division usually has like 1 or 2 battalions, depending on the size of the division.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking. We went from anyways, it doesn't matter. It's fun. I'll
Rogue Squadron.
I'll send infographics on Facebook later.
This is about a squad to a fire team.
Yeah, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I get it.
Yeah.
So you guys see 12 guys. No, let's say 10. Whatever. You guys see 10 guys, 10 guards go into the captain's house, and you guys then see 3 of them come over, and they're milling around the glass, and you can see them picking up this arrow, right? And they look confused.
When we see them pick up the arrow, I make sure we duck behind the wall.
Yep.
They don't.
For a solid few minutes.
As you're peeking over with just your tippy top of your eyeballs tipping over, you notice that they do not look in the up at the library's
cool.
Roof or anything. They're just looking around, and you can see them talking and holding the arrow.
They're that was a really dumb way to try and get in here if you're on foot outside the fucking house.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on. They have the arrow, right? And then you see a horse-drawn wagon coming down the street very fast. Comes down, pops out. Looks like it's the captain and somebody else.
Okay.
They walk in there, and you see the captain talk to somebody, and then he walks inside, and then this new person who has a different color robe comes over there and takes the stuff. This other guy, you can just see his color of his robe is different, right?
Okay.
He comes and he looks out here, and he seems to be checking out the area, and he's getting on his hands and knees, and he's got this little torch, and he's Sherlock Holmes in this shit, and then he looks around, and then he goes back inside, and he comes out sometime later, gets back in the horse-drawn cart, and that goes away. Then
Does he go with the captain?
The captain seems to stay there.
Okay.
And then eventually you see some servants. The guards leave, and then the servants come up and they cover the window with some wood that they have. They just put up some like plywood-esque type of shit to cover that up. And then after a few, maybe 10 minutes pass, and then you start to see all the windows slowly are getting boarded up.
Oh, fuck balls.
And you can...
She's like, all right, Tux, we're going to help them at the police station.
Well, I mean, there is a...
No.
Plenty of
I'm just making jokes. This is...
Yeah, I know.
All right, so...
We've certainly made this harder.
No, I know.
This was a bad idea, John. Why did you suggest it?
Yeah, Austin, Adam, I don't know why I suggested it. I wanted to go to fucking fly ahead to 5 a.m. and get going.
Well, let's see what
No,
5
it's okay.
a.m.
I'm just
brings
giving you
us.
shit.
Hey, quick question. Is the courtyard have, like, walls around it?
What?
Does the courtyard have, like, walls around it?
No, it's an open courtyard.
Okay, damn it. Okay, well, so I'd say we'll watch for, what, like another half an hour, John? And then if nothing really changes, let's go fucking poke around in that room. What do you think?
Okay. The library room? That's fine.
The one that I wanted to reserve time to poke around in for.
Yeah.
Yeah. If all the windows are getting boarded up and there's not anything else to observe, we may as well go poke around in that motherfucker.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's 9 o'clock. I do want to, at this point, I would say that you guys go do that, and then the screen goes black to the other guys.
Yep. That's a good idea.
So we're going to go to the...
We'll just, me and John we will bounce shit off of Boz and let him make, much like he was adding suggestions, we'll do the same.
Cool.
To fill in for Scotty, and I have his character sheet up, so.
All right.
Can we put a pause in this real quick?
Yeah, I got a whiz.
Same.
Sorry, guys, you have to hold it. No.
Go make your tea, Austin.
You hold it.
Just go get a bottle and come right back.
You are the one who will hold it.
On video, let me see it. I want to make sure you guys aren't faking this shit.
Not a wide enough lens. Sorry.
Now he tells me.
Yeah, you don't have to put combats in there, bro. Like, in this city setting, you can let those happen. There's no need to toss thugs in for us to... If it's not, like, part of your story, if it is, great. If it's not part of your story, you don't have to toss shit in there for us to fight. If we fight, we fight.
It was part of the plot. I don't mind telling you that.
Yeah.
You guys will find some shit out later, but, I mean...
No, I'm sure there's other shit going on here.
I like a good... I like it when, like you said, like earlier, like opposite of murder hobo, like when you guys think of shit as opposed to... and trying to stay out of fights is always fun.
Yeah. But like the library, you don't have to make it difficult to get to a recon position, because at times it just wastes time, makes it take longer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
The library, yeah, no,
I get why it's there, because obviously it would be locked up.
Well, the library is also going to be a part of the show next time.
And it feels like you're building stuff for the future, which I get.
Right, and that's why, to make it, because yeah, but I get what you're saying. I pick it up. I get it.
I'm listening. I'm just gonna let my dogs out.
That's sweet.
But yeah, like it's going good so far.
I'm enjoying you guys.
I don't know how this shit's gonna work with Scotty.
Well, what we're gonna do is you guys are gonna decide what he does, and then we'll just tell him what he does.
Well, yeah, no. I'm not worried about tonight. I'm just talking like in general.
Well, maybe his character goes off on an adventure and comes back unexpectedly.
Yeah. You turn that down a little bit, Nick.
Also, John,
Austin.
I would say that I appreciate your comments and your DM mentoring, and especially like the last time, you were totally right to call me out, and I took it as a good learning experience. And
What did I call you out on last time?
like, I would have done it differently. Like, I could have set it up that the guards were coming in, but let you guys try and sneak out, or let you guys try and talk your way out, or whatever. To let you have that freedom, you would still get from like A to B, but in
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
I don't know, hyper focused on the idea, but it was still a good idea of like saying, hey, let next time try and think of other ways like we wouldn't really, or if we think. So, and I appreciate it, but just in general,
I think the whole point was that I think Boz or somebody critted on their perception check, which I know there's no such thing as crits and skill checks, but then still didn't notice anything. But then at that point, like if you think about your character, even if like, because we're at level 1, so let's say somebody's perception is a +0, which is entirely possible, especially if you're playing like a fighter or a barbarian or something. If a 20 perception check isn't going to get it done at level 1, then just don't roll it. Just be like, hey, this happens.
That makes sense. I get that. If the roll is meaningless, don't make them roll.
Right, yeah. It's just like earlier. Like if the difference between success and failure is nothing, then there's no point in the roll. It just saves you time too, and you can get more in.
Like instead of all that, just be like, you see these lanterns and you fiddle around with them for a while and you eventually get them started.
Well,
I think with this time, in general, I wanted to try and be more descriptive about things, but I get what you're saying about.
Yeah, but we don't have to roll. We don't necessarily have to roll.
Do rolls and stuff.
To unlock your knowledge.
I get that. That makes sense. I take that feedback. That's
I'll
good.
tell you what, though, Austin. I will say this: the whole time we were doing stuff, it had a nice mild suspense to it. So I'm thoroughly enjoying tonight.
Well, because I also I
don't enjoy every night, but
and it won't be like that everywhere. But there's a few places I do want you guys to kind of get to know a little bit. I enjoy that because you guys are going to be here for a while, and while you guys are doing your shenanigans, I want you guys to feel like you're somewhat exploring different places on accident. But like, we've been to the library a few times. We've had to do a few different gigs and stuff, and we know it for this reason. And then the gig is the library. You're like, well, we know those locks because I actually had to figure out those locks last time, and now I know those locks, so you don't have to roll next time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but like at the same time, I liked your advantage idea because like, let's say you do roll real shitty on the lock pick or break or whatever. Like, maybe there's consequences that just don't happen yet.
Well, because if you guys could have gone and tried all the doors and then none of them locked and you had to break it down, that was obviously going to have different consequences on the next day. But one broken lock that's just like has the thing broken is different, right? So yeah, but I get it. But we're all back now. So we're going to jump a couple hours back in time. We'll say it's around 1 o'clock. And
John, I'm gonna let you spearhead, like, or do you have Scott's character sheet up, John?
Yeah, I got it up.
Okay, I'm gonna let you spearhead this, and if I think of something, I'll just throw it in.
Okay.
Instead, I'll just fucking sit back and drink beer.
So, John, we know dude's character. He's a bit of a Han Solo, Calrissian type, scoundrel, spy kind of guy.
We got a handle on him.
From what I kind of got out of Scotty, it seemed like Varys's plan is to go in and smooth talk the chick he was dealing with before.
Yeah, he had that lady at the front desk.
So,
sure.
The only real thing I can think to do is that we would be able to do recon wise, because it's the prison we were already in. There's no real recon to do there. We know the building. We just got to get in and get in the captain's office. Would be to maybe make sure that girl's got to be on shift.
Well,
that might be moot if there's a distraction.
It's 1 in the morning. And
sorry, John, it's moo?
Yeah, like something a cow would say. It doesn't. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and the distraction is at 5 o'clock in the morning because dawn is at 6 o'clock in the morning. So she's not going to be there until like 8:30ish because she's always a little late, but she knows she can get away with it because she has to be working.
But he would not know any of this.
Well, he might know that it's fucking empty. Anyways, so
the whole precinct would be empty right now? Is that what you're saying?
So let's go ahead and get into it, right?
I highly doubt that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're
Let
right.
him get into it.
I mean, I've been to police departments at nighttime, and the detectives aren't there. The deployments aren't there.
I've seen Hot Fuzz. Does that count? They go there.
Like at the Georgetown Police Department, the upstairs is completely empty, and that's where all the offices are. And then downstairs, where it's just patrol, there's like maybe 2 or 3 guys in there for 10 minutes at a time. So it's actually pretty empty. But anyways, that doesn't matter because we haven't gone there yet, and you haven't looked for anything or done anything. So
I would really say, like, what is Hunter thinking?
So you guys are at your place, and you're walking towards the precinct, right?
Yeah.
You guys are walking towards where the captain's office is, yeah?
Are we? Okay.
I'm asking Boz.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what was our plan. Because
that's what I'm trying to tell Austin. I don't think there's a point for these two to even recon.
You don't have to.
But if there is, like, if Hunter has a reason that he would...
Did you guys just want to stay at your place until 5? Or like 4:30?
Yeah, I don't know. That's Hunter, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking the best thing to do is there's no way we can't recon because it's a prison. There's only one way in, one way out that we know of.
No, it's not. The prison is on the bottom. Remember, the same place that had the different holding cells. The top is where the captain's office was.
Yeah, that's
the long hallway.
And I've been there already, so...
Yeah, you're right. I'll just fly in, Austin, on the top, and we'll go in from there.
Well, I'm just saying, you guys don't even know what it looks like.
Well, I've been.
We've all been there. We have all been there. We were all locked up in this building yesterday. Correct?
Well,
I'm just asking you what you guys want to do. Is all.
We would have seen the outside of the. Is there anything we could gain information we could gain that we would not already have?
I'm telling you, you don't know unless you go there because you don't know. You aren't there. I can't tell you.
I'm saying I don't think there. My character does not think there would be, so he wouldn't. Well,
and that's
I don't
valid.
have a character there, but that's that would be my train of thought. Now, Hunter, I don't know.
The way I'm thinking is there's no way in and out without being seen unless there was a distraction. So even if we wanted to go in and walk around, we couldn't because it's a fortified place.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this isn't just the captain's household. This is the precinct, and
since I've already been into the office, I know where it is. That could be I have an advantage in that.
I have a suggestion, but it's super fucking metagamey and shouldn't even be brought up.
Those are my favorite.
Ooh, bring it.
No,
that's probably exactly what Austin wants us to do.
I'm gonna go get some tea and pretend like I don't hear anything.
Okay, yeah. Well, when you hear this, it's your own fault. But all three of us know that at some point the captain's going to leave this place if he's here.
Yes.
To go investigate his broken window. That might be the time to fucking storm.
Yes, but they have no reason to know that.
Exactly, and that's why you really shouldn't use it.
Yeah,
but,
no.
But if you, because what are you gonna do? And it's like you guys were saying. There's likely no way. There's one way in, one way out. Maybe a second service entrance.
What I can do is I can offer the same way you guys are reconning on the outside from far away. We can do the same thing and just wait there, rather than wait at our place. We can wait from afar and watching. And all of a sudden, the fucking commotion starts going crazy at 2 or 3 o'clock. And maybe we can take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Speaking of metagaming, you guys want to know what Qui-Gon Jinn would have done?
Ran really fast like he did in the first one.
No, he would have gotten taken into prison, so he was already inside the prison when the distraction happened. That's what Qui-Gon Jinn would do. But he had the Force and was a Jedi. And you guys aren't Jedis yet.
No. Level 3 will be close. Until then, we're not even close.
Yeah. So, again, so you guys, it's totally fine and cool. You guys maybe hone some of your stuff.
I have a suggestion for us to do this at the same time they're doing recon. We can do recon from afar only. Just watch.
It's a free street. You can just walk places.
Is there an event? Is there some kind of like an advantage point that we would have equally to what they have at the library?
Oh, for sure. There's the main road. There's the main, very large road goes across, right? So here's the precinct.
Yeah.
There's think of not a highway, but close to it, kind of goes across this way.
Yeah.
And then there's a medium-sized road that goes this way.
Yeah.
And it's pretty heavily trafficked because there's a lot of people that just going about their business. And it's not close to the gate, but it is on the main road from the gate because that just makes it easier to get there to them. So of all the places in the city, the main road would be one of the places that was more or less less conspicuous to just go for a walk, to go somewhere, because you guys know that you can go. There's no curfew or anything. It's not like, hey, what are you doing out on the streets? You guys can do whatever the fuck you want. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Damn, I'm trying to figure out whether or not Varys wanted to possibly, like you said, Qui-Gon it and go in.
I wouldn't. I don't want to. I would prefer and suggest that you guys don't think of what Scotty would do, but what Hunter and whoever's playing him, in this case, John, you are Hunter. So you can just.
Here's the thing. No shade. No shade on Scotty, but he's not here, so we just gotta make the call.
No, but Scotty's not going to care either. He's going to want the game to go on and make sure we have fun.
Oh, I understand that. So
I was asking as Varys as the character, not as the individual person.
No, I know.
Well, yeah.
And we're going to try and do that.
So for tonight, John is Varys, so John can decide.
Okay.
So you would say you want to pitch. My thing is, this is something you got to remember about. Would your character have come up with that idea to sneak in? This woodsman, would he come up with the idea to infiltrate the precinct by getting captured?
I would suggest it.
Well, he's already. You got to remember this. He's already been taken into custody. Mm-hmm. Why not be taken in again?
And Varys is the that scoundrelly type of dude.
No, Varys would. Varys might have.
And see, Varys
would Hunter have even come up with that idea?
Or Varys could have come up with it, and I would have gone along with it, knowing
Right.
that I've already been there.
Yeah, I don't think this is a reach. I don't think this is a reach at all.
And it's also not a far reach for me to believe that
So
Varys could
then-
come up with getting a way of getting a uniform to sneak
And
in.
Then the plan would be at this point for Varys and Hunter to go commit a crime.
Not necessarily.
Why commit a crime and just pretend like Varys is snitching and made like
or
a
you guys could just
citizen's
go get in a
arrest?
fight in front of the precinct.
Well,
Fighting somehow.
you don't want both of them to be in custody.
Yeah.
That's
Why
a-
not?
If they both went in there for a fight, they wouldn't be put in the dungeon cell. They would have been put in a holding or like an overnight drunk tank or something.
Yeah, but you're still locked up, and that's
Locked up,
that's
but
bad.
you're not I don't know.
Right, but they're not rogues. How are they gonna get out of it? They're not.
Yeah,
They're not
they
wizards.
don't have
That's-
tools and stuff.
That's why I was suggesting to see if Varys would be able to sneak with a uniform.
Right,
You
that's
know,
true.
I got an idea.
Varys has
Varys-
disguised self, so let's just.
Varys,
You guys
Varys can
do also
disguise
have-
himself,
You
and he
guys
can
have
also
weapons.
create. He also can create some forged documents.
Well, you guys have real documents. Remember, you guys were, you guys acted as agents of the crown when you helped protect the precinct. You guys just left there as pseudo heroes too.
That's
No.
Wait, yeah, John's
Varys
trying to
did not.
use his. Yeah, Varys didn't.
I'm trying to
no, that's
use
true.
the thing
Yeah, that's a good point.
he has
Hunter.
on his cheek.
Yeah.
So
but
Varys,
I think disguise self is your fucking go-to here, brother. Disguise yourself as a guard. Bring in the druid.
Yeah, because if we both go in as pseudo heroes,
Yeah.
they're gonna wonder
He could
why are we here, and it's gonna seem pretty freaking sneaky. And then as soon as somebody's going into the captain's
Right,
house,
because it's
that
one.
we're there.
Yeah.
It's also 1-2 in the morning. Like,
but when
Yeah.
do we? Yeah, when are we bringing him in? Are we wanting to
Or
do
you
this
could do it
now,
at
or are we wanting to do this closer to
4:45.
5 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it may seem boring, but is your best option to wait till late? Ooh, I have an idea.
Yeah, wait till fucking 4:30 and
Right.
pop in there.
Wait until the distraction's about to happen. Pull this Wookiee prisoner scheme. Then you're already in when the fucking thing possibly empties out. That's
a great
the
idea.
fucking goal. That's the
Because we
plan
can use
right there.
we
That's
use
what I was
disguise
suggesting.
self.
Well, then good job, boss. I'm sorry
Yeah.
I didn't follow you.
I even mentioned Jedi earlier.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
was
well.
confused.
Sorry, I didn't understand the timing, but yeah, that's the plan right there. If the fucking distraction's set to go off at 5, you pull this Wookiee prisoner trick with disguised self cast on you at 4:30. You're already in there. You're filling out paperwork.
Exactly. It's too soon for me to be processed
Yeah.
and put down into the tanks.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm still in the upper level.
Right. I mean,
No-
fuck, you
no-
maybe do it 15 minutes ahead of time.
Bro?
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm down with that.
I know that doesn't have quite the intrigue that that me and Tux had, but it's the right idea, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason for them to be wasting time. They got a good plan. Get some rest. They don't need to waste time recon because they've already reconned the area. They know the building well enough.
Now, hang on. I have something. Actually, hey, Boz and John, take your shit off real quick. I want to talk to just Austin.
Fair.
Austin, here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I think they actually should do, but it's too fucking metagamey. I think that they should. Holy shit! I think it's John walking around. I think that they should, as soon as they see the captain leave, they should fucking enact this plan. But I'm not gonna suggest that to them.
Well, they would have to actually go there to do it.
Well, they're there. I mean, they're
Well,
not. They're not like.
As far as I know, they haven't left their house yet.
Well, we can ask them that when they come back on. But
Because they're still basically, the way I see it, they're just at their
at our house.
house.
Yeah.
hashing it out and don't have any plan.
Well, that's what they should do. Anyway,
I mean, there's a lot of things they could do.
that's what I would do.
There's a huge distraction happening in 5. But,
Right. I mean, yeah, that might still be the best plan, but yeah. John, you back?
I'm back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we're done chatting.
All right, so you guys are at your house. You've maybe hashed out some plans. What are you guys doing?
Wait until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Or close to it. Probably like 4 a.m.
All right, you guys know where the precinct is. You know where you live. You just walked there the other day. You have a very good idea of how long it would take you to walk there and get there at like 4:55. Like, you know, maybe it's that close, but
You should get
Yeah,
there at like 4:15, 4:30.
Yeah, I was thinking 4:30.
I say
Yeah,
4:30.
so-
Leave it'll take us about 15-20 minutes. Let's leave around 4:10 or 4:15.
So you guys like,
4:20.
you guys hang around a little bit, maybe have a jerk, maybe like have a drink.
Blaze a J.
Yeah, whatever. You do some
Yeah.
fun, whatever. You rub your hot dogs together. I mean, whatever.
We do, what is it,
I
frauding?
knew.
I just learned that word.
That sounds like a waste of food. Austin, I'm
Thanks,
sorry.
yeah, thanks, James, for that. Lovely.
Sounds like double hot dogs to me.
Is this
Alright.
like Gus for rotting?
No, that's where you smash your head into a wall and then can't play the rest of the game.
Got
All
it.
right. So you guys,
I thought they were similar.
your house around 4:10 or whatever. Like when the star gets there, I don't know how fucking you guys tell time. Shit.
Mhm.
Like, right.
You just keep just keep yelling out the
I
front
use
door.
my
Hey, what
phone.
time is it?
Game time. What?
Ooh.
So you guys go there around.
Do we explain how Vera's got a uniform?
He has a spell called
Oh, he has disguise self.
Thank you. That's right. Okay.
Yep.
Carry on.
Austin, do
Is
you need
there-
to know
Not
that?
to mention a disguise kit and a forgery kit.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
as far as I know, you guys are just plain closing it right now, right?
I mean, well, okay, so disguise self lasts for an hour. So I would say he's probably cast this before they even walk up there. John, this is your call, but I'm just letting you know how the spell works.
I would, like, we would walk there, get to where we're probably like 5 minutes away, dip into an alley, cast it, come out with
Superman
him
that
in
shit.
cuffs.
Get into a little
Yeah.
phone booth or something.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he's
Cool.
gonna get into the vicinity, give himself hopefully an hour's worth of time
Sure. So when you
to
guys
pull
get
this shit off.
let's say that you guys walk past the precincts, kind of like there's some other people, maybe very few, but still, and you guys sort of just look inside, and it looks pretty empty. Like one guard sitting at this like desk that's kind of like by the front door ish, right? He's got like a little desk in front of him. It looks exactly like it does every time, and he's just sitting there reading, his astronomy magazine. He's a big guy.
Highlights magazine.
He's big into astronomy. Black magazine.
It's Maxim.
And then you guys walk across in the alley, get behind a little shop or whatever, and it's very dark and no one can see you. And that Varys is the one who has the thing, right?
Question.
Varys
What kind of
has the
restraints where was I put into the first time I went there?
Good question.
You weren't put in restraints.
I wasn't? I thought I was.
You were put into a room, and they hoodwinked you to get into the room and then close the door behind you.
I mean, on the way from my house, from the forest, all the way to the city.
Oh, it was a rope, like a coarse rope, and you put it on yourself, and you were able to take it off. It wasn't
Hey,
even
I can
like,
get it from anywhere. Got it.
yeah, it was just some rope. That
You
was
have
there.
50 feet of rope on you, as does Varys. So,
Yeah.
you guys can make that
Yeah,
happen.
and then like you just make it look. You New Hope that shit.
Yeah.
And then John looks like a guard-ass guard. You look like the
Me.
dude who just fucking snuck out or broke out during a prison heist. Who knows, right? You guys haven't been back since. Do what you want to know.
And they're gonna head on into the precinct.
Cool.
What do we
Varys
see?
is gonna grab him by the back, leading him by like the back of his head, and he's gonna like slam him against the desk.
Damn.
I got another one, Lucille.
Jesus, who the fuck are you? I don't know who the fuck Lucille is. Why are you bringing this shit to me? Process is inside, Jack.
Okay. And he's gonna walk him back wherever she pointed.
Fuck you, John. I did that just for you.
Yeah. Thanks, Lucille. As I walk by.
What are you guys talking to BB King's guitar?
So you
'Cause
guys,
why not?
you guys, walk in, and the desk is empty. You look around. There doesn't seem to be anyone in at the moment. You see one guard walk in from one of the side doors and looks at you, and he's like, "Hey," and then he seems to keep walking, and he goes outside.
Okay.
Okay.
And no one's looking at Hunter really. They're looking at you, but they're just kind of like, "Oh, hey." And then you see like another 2 minutes goes past. Would you guys have done anything in that 2 minutes, or do you think you would wait there?
Probably wait there.
Yeah, I'd wait there. Yeah.
So you're waiting there, and then
Just a
someone
couple
pops their
minutes.
head out there, and they're like, "Oh, yeah. I'll be right with you." And then he pops his head back in behind this office that you can't see. Right. So someone said they'll be right with you, right?
Yeah.
Then, at that time, you hear the bells ringing in the city where the dock kind of is. In the direction of the dock, you hear some bells ringing. Bells ringing are generally either really bad if there's no reason for a bell to ring. It's kind of like tornado sirens. If it's a Saturday morning or a Wednesday and it's perfectly sunny outside and you hear tornado sirens, you're like, well, if you live in the South, you know, oh, they're just testing out their tornado sirens. Great.
Yep.
Or oh, the king's birthday's today and he just got married. Excellent. Bells ringing. If it's 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning and bells are ringing, shit's going crazy.
Yeah.
Mine go off every night at 9 o'clock.
You guys instantly feel like a buzz. Like you hear different doors opening up. Some people start coming up. Everyone just starts sort of rushing out the door. The guy who poked around his head, and he was like, "Who the fuck are you? Who is this guy?
John.
This guy?
Who's this guy?"
Who am I? You know who I am. And this guy was out there. Did you see what he did? I saw him take a shit in the street.
Meanwhile,
Booked
this
him
whole
and I
time,
brought him in.
this whole time I'm keeping eye contact away, so that way I'm not recognized.
I like it.
And a disgusting human being, and I need to get him booked.
Well, I don't know what the fuck is going on, all right? You just stay here and, maybe go put him, you know where the holding cells are, right?
Of course I know where the holding
Well,
cells
fine,
are.
all right.
Come
So you
on.
go put him in the holding cells, stay here. I don't know what's going on. I'll be right back. And then he runs out, too.
Hey, Hunter, where are the holding cells? Can you take me back there?
Can you take yourself to the holding cells?
Very good. I like that joke.
Okay, so from this desk, how far away is the office?
Oh.
Yeah, the captain's office.
Bada bing.
It's right there.
So,
It's a stone's throw.
you guys, you can see the map now, right?
Yes.
Excellent. So you guys are here, and then you guys see guards coming from everywhere. There's just all kinds of guards.
Mhm.
They're just coming out of the woodwork, right?
Are they flooding into or out of the building?
There's a shit ton of guards that you guys. So you guys, let's say that you guys are right here in front of this little desk right here,
Mhm.
and there are just guards that are streaming past you to get out, right? So
Okay, so out
there's
of.
a
Gotcha.
shit ton of guards that have just left the fucking building.
Nice.
Except for one guard who's fucking John. John's the guard. So this place is still manned because we have John here.
Okay.
Because there's a guard. Every other guard leaves because there is supposed to be one guard that stays at every precinct, and you guys just got fucking lucky because John's the fucking guard. So
There we go.
Wait,
That'll
I feel there's a very important question that needs to be asked because John is playing Varys. Is when you say John's the guard, do you mean that there's a guard named John, or that Varys is the only guard left?
you know, I'm
means
glad
Varys.
you pointed out that inane possibility. And the answer is go fuck yourself.
Look, I'm trying to not ruin this whole
There was
mission
there's
based
a
on
toilet
semantics.
stall left in charge.
Right. They left a shitter in charge.
So you remember the captain's office being over
A squadron away.
Yeah,
Over here.
it's roughly 50 battalions away.
somewhere over here.
Over.
Yeah, so you have to go through two companies.
Hang on, I didn't see
It's
where
over
you
yonder.
pinged. Yeah, it's 70 parsecs away. Where is it at?
Yeah.
I pointed. If you guys didn't see, you guys can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, come on.
I pinged it a bunch of times.
I didn't.
Well,
I wasn't
we
zoomed.
still didn't see.
I wasn't zoomed out far enough.
It's over in this area.
Got it.
Okay, then we would head that way if
All
that's
right.
where the office is.
You guys,
We're gonna go over there.
you guys.
Come on, Austin. Those were really good jokes.
You guys have control of your characters. You can move your shit around.
Oh.
There, I'll put them there. I don't know where there is, but that's where they're at
They
now.
go. Now they're in the fog of war. That's where the
Well-
dragon's at. Roll initiative.
Roll initiative. There's an adult red dragon. I love dragon. By the way, the last campaign I ran, Chris, had a lot of fucking dragons that I killed these guys with. It was a lot.
Nice.
Who's Chris?
Who's Chris?
Knocking on the doors at pizza delivery.
Stop calling him Chris. And stop
well,
calling him Varys.
His name
That's
is
wrong.
Chris. He needs to change it to Boz. I don't know what the fuck. This
Crystal
person-
ball.
Well, the
Sorry.
character's name is Varys, and it never has looked like Varys.
Or
Well,
Never.
you're Varys.
hey,
It varies.
John,
All right, so
John,
you
you're
guys-
just really smart going with Tux for your fucking name. It's just really
Tux
good.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Fox was it. All right,
Fucking
so
brilliant.
Everyone,
I'm gonna name my next
Eric-
character Austin. So he
or
gets it
Hunter.
right.
So,
I'm having so much fun tonight, by the way.
all right, so
We missed it.
what Barry's and
Hunter.
Hunter, you guys are in the captain's office. You Barry's, who's John, remembers being in this office when you were talking to the captain about a piece of material that he thought the king had sent him for some point, like for this thing, which I loved.
Yeah, that was.
I love your bulls.
So dumb.
If you're listening, Scott, I love you. So,
But it was
Scott,
great.
yeah, no, I mean that's what he did. So that's what you do.
I loved it.
You guys-
Yeah.
you guys are
it
in
was
this
good.
office. What do you want to do in this office?
Uh,
I mean,
Varys.
I'll take a look around.
do you want to? What can we roll for this?
Perception would be a good start, and then maybe investigation.
That's a 17 perception for Varys.
Oh well, Hunter
I
got
got 20.
20. So
Nice.
this place looks fastidiously. It looks like the person who's there has a habit of keeping everything very, very organized. But in the last like couple hours, it seems like it looks like it was very messy. Okay, with a 20 perception, with a 20, it looks like the place was very messy and then was possibly put back together.
So like
Like-
somebody ransacked it.
That would be a good intuition. That would be a good guess of this person, because there are some things that look like they're in a very precise place, but then the books don't look right, but they're not on the ground, but they're kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it would seem like if the person was here, they would probably have like fixed it or some shit.
Yes, things are not in alphabetical order. That kind of shit.
The one of the paintings is like perfect, and then the other painting is at a little cockeyed.
Bless him. Oh.
So then you can then say, I want to look at this, or what?
I want to take a look at the crooked painting.
Yeah, you look at the crooked painting, and it you kind of see it out, and it's just wall behind it that just looks like wall.
Okay. What about behind the painting itself? Is there anything attached to it, or look like something could have been adhesed or fastened to like a map or some kind, or some paper?
Not unless you want to roll another perception, but you got a pretty good 20.
Yeah.
You don't. It doesn't seem like anything. It doesn't look like there's anything there. You don't. The dust looks pretty even. It looks like a painting-ass painting.
How about the desk?
I was gonna say, well, Varys is gonna start going through drawers.
Yeah.
The drawers are locked. The top drawer isn't, and you find some pins and some like stationery that's like kind of moved around a little bit.
Okay. What do we have to roll to unlock stuff?
We do not have that skill.
No, we
You
don't.
don't. You don't have sleight of hand, but you can do.
Varys doesn't have thieves' tools.
Just
does
attack
he?
this.
Well,
I mean, we can break it open,
Yeah,
but we would not be able to pick the lock.
You could do a strength check, and just like try. I pull out my sword and like the pommel bash the shit, and then you. I mean, these are desk locks, like normal desks, and it's a wood desk, so it's.
It'll. Damn it. Somebody can definitely see that we've been there if we fuck around with it.
It's true, but the place looks pretty. It looks messy. It looks like a cleans up person's office was messy.
Okay. Would you want to go ahead and just break through these locks?
We can.
All right. So strength check.
Yeah, give me a good strength check. Roll one.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
7.
Yeah, with a 7 against an AC like 2 lock with your thing, and you can just smash it until it opens. You open all of them, but you break them, and that's fine.
Okay.
And what's inside there? They're all actually empty.
Damn.
All of the drawers are emptied.
Is there any compartments or anything like that, or?
Give me an investigation check.
That's a guess. Thank you.
There we go.
You just gotta look at it to roll.
Nope.
5.
With the
11.
5 and 11, you guys don't notice anything out of the ordinary. With your previous perception checks, you would see that there are outlines of dust in like square shapes.
Mm-hmm.
One drawer has absolutely no dust at all. The very top one has like a dust that kind of looks like there was shit there.
Something was moved.
But they're all
something was either taken or just in advance taken out and moved
Call
somewhere
Liam
else.
Neeson.
So he could have it on him.
He could, or he could have just moved it with him, or taken it to his house. I wonder how, maybe the other team.
You guys start to hear more bells ring around the city.
Mm-hmm.
Like the bells aren't just coming from the dock anymore. Now all of the city's bells are ringing.
Maybe we head in that direction with all the commotion, and if they need help, we'll be there.
Yeah, because the bells are starting to sound a little too close to us.
No, they're not close to you at all. They're not getting closer. Just the bells that are in the different locations in the city.
The craziness in the city is getting bigger, is what he's saying.
Right, but so far you guys don't hear, with those perception checks that you rolled, you still don't hear anything, and you guys are right here. You don't hear anything out there. There's nothing going on yet.
Okay.
So I don't want you guys to feel like you're being rushed yet. Like you still have that sense of like looking around and looking for stuff. You guys just have been rolling shitty, but keep looking.
Let's see. I'm gonna take a closer look at those the bookshelf you mentioned.
All right.
So investigation.
Sure. Give me a rescue. See how long you can look. With the book, you don't really see too much. The books, you kind of like pick the books up. They all feel like the right weight of being a book, right? None of them are like too heavy or like extremely light. There's nothing.
Varys is going to check around the room for any possible. He's looking on the walls to see if there's anything that looks like it might be a secret entrance.
The compartment.
Or any secret doors along the walls.
So the walls are pretty. They're all kind of whitewashed on stone kind of look, and like there's like a nice little red line going around the center, kind of like that molding shit that people do. It's a nice looking office. There's a few pictures. All of the pictures all look a little fucked up, except for one, which is perfect.
Yeah, I want to look at that picture.
And didn't you already investigate the painting?
The painting, yes, but not the pictures.
You have not investigated the painting that was not.
There, that's true.
That wasn't fucked up. There is a
painting.
Then
Varys will take a look at that painting.
All right, as you try and move the painting, you find that it's fixed.
We're going to take a look at it, see if there's anything odd about it.
The painting's a nice little mountain, like a stream, with like a little tent, it's a nice little camping picture.
So he doesn't find anything to do with the painting. It's like you said, it's fixed, so it doesn't have like a fucking button on the edge or anything that he finds. Okay.
Give me an investigation.
Gotcha.
You haven't given me.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I was asking for.
Well, I thought you.
And you just said it's a picture of a mountain.
I
thought
rolled
you were getting like a description of the painting. And I was like, all right.
No.
I was like, okay,
I
Bob
don't
Ross.
fuck what it looks like.
I got an 11.
I got 17 on investigation.
All right.
On the painting.
With the 17, you as you're running your fingers along the side, you feel little things that protrude out a little bit. Like if this is the painting, like you feel something right here and here that kind of feel like a hinge.
Okay.
And he's gonna try to pull on it.
Right there, you can feel that there's some like little hinges on there.
He's gonna see if he can get it to move with that hinge.
So
get that hinge to open.
Like like the hinge of a door, right?
Yeah.
So it opens like this.
Okay.
So it's closed. You feel the hinges that are over here.
Then he's gonna go to the other end and see if he can't open.
It feels perfect. As you try and move it, it feels like it feels very.
He goes to the opposite end of the painting. It doesn't not move or open.
It doesn't move at all. The thing feels like it's like granite.
Is it like a door hinge?
The other side feels kind of like they would be a door hinge, yeah.
Is it a push?
Then if it looks like a door hinge when he looks at it, he's gonna take the pin out.
The pins are inset, so you can't. They're not bulky. They're very subtle. You only noticed it because.
Bust the fucking painting.
Yeah, I mean we can. Is that what you're gonna do, Hunter?
No, I'm weighing this as an option. If you can't figure out how to open this thing.
I don't know. I mean, I made an investigation check. I don't know what else to do there.
How about have you felt along the painting itself to make sure that there's nothing irregular about the painting itself?
I feel like the investigation on the check on the painting would cover that.
I mean,
he told you about the frame, not about the painting itself.
I'm not trying to be a dick here, but it is a puzzle, right? So we know that the fucking painting is a thing. You can feel some hinges, right? You've looked around just the painting itself. You've given me an investigation check for the desk. So if you're looking at the painting, there's a chair right beneath the painting, and on either side of the chair, there's like some like columns that go from the floor up, and then there's some like some oddments, right? Like a nice
Knickknacks.
glass crystal sphere and shit, and like some stuff. So there's stuff around the painting. I assume. Give me an investigation check for like the chair and shit. Like, what do you give me? I'm not gonna make it like
Okay.
possible for you.
I got a
That's
15.
a 15 as well.
So like
Alright,
when they
15.
roll the same, you combine them for a 30.
You feel as you're going along the bottom of the chair, you feel a little button, and then
Okay.
you click the button,
Push the button.
and then you hear a little psh as the painting opens up, just like that much.
Okay.
Look inside.
You look inside the painting, and you guys see some files, like some manila envelope file things. One of them is, you kind of open it up, right? And it's a little dossier of the guy who hired you to do all of this shit. That he's a known, a possible criminal syndicate boss, possibly trying to rebuild the Thieves Guild. You look through the other four.
We're gonna keep that file.
In the other, you see there's 3 other files. They're also dossier types with pictures, like known people.
Are these associates of that man or completely
No,
different?
These seem to be different. 2 of them are also like known criminal syndicate people who have maintained like a presence, but you can never find them.
Okay.
Then the 4th one, and then you also see something else. It's some kind of ledger. You don't understand what it is because it's in like a code, right? But you know how like bookies, they never put down, they don't write names and shit. They'll use like symbols and shit. And like, so there's symbols and numbers and symbols and numbers and symbols and numbers. So
there's a codex we gotta fucking decipher.
right, there's some type of ledger in there, and then there is a piece of a ripped envelope. But you don't. That's all you find in that safe.
And the ripped envelope, is that would that look familiar to Varys as the envelope that he gave to the captain? Because didn't the captain rip up the letter that he gave him that stated that he had this evidence?
Oh, right.
That's how this all started, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He had the evidence, yes. So Varys had a tip. This is not the tip. This looks like the exact same type of like manila envelope as the other ones, just the corner is ripped off.
Okay. I mean, I say we come, because at the very least, it could give us information to help the gentleman we're already working for, and information that could hurt the captain, or maybe we can
just
blackmail the captain.
Yeah. You now know who this fucker is, and now know what the captain.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, could I take a look at that picture that was on the desk that is not destroyed?
Huh? What? What?
You said there was a picture. That was one picture that wasn't destroyed on the desk.
I need the court reporter to. I don't remember that. I don't know what you're talking about.
You did a little while ago, but apparently it's not important.
Okay, fair.
That's a good assumption.
Because Austin doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about, so it's not important, guys.
Okay, then we're at
So you guys have ransacked the captain's shit. You found the safe, and you found some shit, but nothing that looks like what you're looking for.
I think we take this, and I think it's time to get out of here.
Absolutely.
So you guys
don't
slowly
want to push our luck
out
in
of
this
there
place.
and head back to your. Well, when you guys head back and you get out,
we're gonna head towards the captain's mansion.
So as soon as you guys, like, I'm just gonna tell you what you see outside, right?
Okay.
If you guys are over here, the captain's mansion was over here,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And we'll say that the precinct is like right here, right next to this huge road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the road that goes in front of it, right? And it's right by the gates and stuff. When you guys come out here, it looks like there is smoke. Like, you can't see that. Billowing in. The docks look like they're on fire.
Damn.
There's all kinds of smoke coming down here. You hear what might kind of sound like fighting. There's shit going on. You can definitely see the pre-dawn glow, but then you can also see like this other glow down here. So shit's dropping, and you guys are like, deuces, and you guys are then like, you guys are heading up like straight up this main road, and
Yeah.
then
Yep.
you find it right here to where they are over here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Austin, sorry to take liberties, but I labeled some shit for you.
Oh, Captain's house, police.
Yeah, police. Nice.
That can be moved around if you would so desire, but
I didn't know you could do that. I like that.
yeah, it's under the draw. There's a text. If you just hover over the draw.
I love it. Nice. All right, so we're gonna cut scene, and I'm gonna go blow my nose.
Liking it. So that means we're not gonna find shit either, Adam.
I mean, you know,
That's my guess,
here's the thing.
but we'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
I trust Austin to keep things interesting. He always does.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
All right.
Austin,
For sure.
stop listening. We're complimenting you.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, his villains are shit, but the rest of the games are always great.
I don't know. Every time I think about
You always
every I'll tell you what. Every time I think about the last big bad evil guy, I go back and forth. I'm like, it was super awesome to nuke him, but I also wanted to fight him, like in a fight.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
that John's character put a fucking mental nuclear explosion inside the nucleus of his like thought stream psyche. I mean,
Well,
That-
no, see, Austin, we wanted a big fight with that guy, and we didn't want to fight the 7,000 zombies you had in that pit.
oh, I get that, but
At
what
all.
you did unintentionally was more powerful than you meant to.
It's
Oh, yeah,
fine.
no, I get that.
I
I
mean,
get that. That fight would have been harder with zombies.
It was
Sure.
it was kind of cathartic. I'll say that.
It was.
I rolled some dice to sort of like see what happened, and then you rolled dice, but you also rolled very well. And I had things set, and I had a lot of different like things, but you rolled
Yeah.
very well, and then you essentially rolled to neuter him. You cut off most of his psychic power, and he
Fuck that guy.
he went into limp home mode. I mean, like you like you fucked him up like hardcore. He couldn't even fight back. You fucked him up so good. Anyways, and I also didn't want to like, oh, he goes back and he gets stronger now, because like no, he got like, you get neutered like that, you get your balls literally cut off.
Oh, yeah, no.
You can't.
No, that didn't. I wasn't
Yeah.
talking about I wasn't even talking about the strength of the fight. Yeah,
Fuck that shit. Let's go.
All
Yeah.
right, so
What we got here?
we're gonna cut scene to 4:45 a.m. at the captain's house. Are you guys still up at the top? Or are you guys down?
At this point, no. If we know it's coming, we're down to street level.
Yeah, we're probably in the courtyard hiding amongst the trees as best we can. Wouldn't you agree, John? In the
Yep.
trees in the courtyard?
Yeah, I don't know where you would want to be, but he's going to be like in an alleyway, poised to be able to just walk out as if he's approaching the house.
Were there any like how big Austin, this may seem like a stupid question, but like, how big were the trees? Are we talking like sizable? Because
That's a stupid question.
well, Tux is a big guy.
Yeah,
Annette's
I'm not gonna just
like,
hide behind the tree.
Annette could hide behind like a juvenile oak. He needs like a fucking
It's
oak.
It's a public courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lights. There's not like lanterns or anything.
John, just hide behind some bums.
There we go.
I mean,
Is there a big fat bum?
Well, that's why I
laying on
was
the ground?
asking if he had like, if you put like a cloak on him or some shit, and then some kind of hat, or
yeah. We dressed him up to look like two halflings sitting on top of each other.
right. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna go down the street a ways.
yeah.
He's gonna watch when the ship pops off. He will move closer as if he's just walking down the street.
So
Yeah,
like,
you guys
put him over there.
There's an all-night tavern. It's a shitty tavern.
fine. Yeah.
But there's an
Like,
all-night
yeah.
tavern like a block away
He's-
from the captain's
All right.
house. Like,
Yeah, he's just hanging out
MLK Drive.
out
Like,
front.
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because there's always shitty all-night bars on MLK Drive because that's
If
where
she,
the red
if,
light.
if
Yeah,
she,
we're in town. It's okay to be in the street. Like,
Yeah.
that's not illegal.
I mean, it depends on what race. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Where did the? I mean, that's true.
This
We're
isn't
recording,
this,
Adam.
this isn't the United
Don't
States.
forget.
This isn't the United States we're playing in, so we're probably okay.
Luckily. Otherwise, you guys might have had the police called to investigate you for being disorderly on your own property.
Otherwise, Austin's gonna be like, "Okay, Adam, you're playing a human. What color is their skin?"
Yes. What are you, Mediterranean white or like white Anglo-Saxon white? Because there is a difference.
I'm like Spain white.
Then you're
I'm
not
like Bob Barker white.
I'm like
Count?
northern Spain though.
an immigrant.
Yeah.
And you have to be from the right part of England.
But like
Wow.
my English is like 8 out of 10. Like it's pretty good.
I mean, it's just
Like to the point where instead of miles, occasionally I'll reference something in kilometers.
you know what? The difference is going to be whether you try and pay with cash or with a debit card.
Oh, just no. I'll just use my smartwatch and tap it on the thing.
You're fine.
I'll tell you
I'm
right now,
fucked, yeah.
driving.
Fine.
I've once had to
or Apple
drive
Pay.
a car that was in kilometers, and that shit was confusing as fuck.
The only thing
Yeah.
I know is that 100 kilometers is roughly 60 miles.
Well,
Yeah, I
most
was
of the
just
times
driving.
on the street are going to be in kilometers. So that's all you
Just
get.
stay with the flow.
But I was
traffic.
also on a military base, so I didn't have any limits.
Anyways, we are now
off.
cutscene.
We are heading. We're barreling close to racism here.
Screen to black. No, like two of us are in an interracial couples. We're fine. Like Boz and I are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard both of your wives talk on internet calls, and they're both very funny.
Right, but we. Anyways, so it's 4:45. Let's say it's 4:55.
Okay.
You guys are down the street at the pub or whatever. A place where you can see the kind of area just
Eye
down the
shot.
street, and you're just drinking because you can do whatever you want. No one's gonna hassle you guys. You're drinking in a place where you can drink, and then you hear some bells off in the distance in the area of the docks.
All right.
And you guys
Yeah,
peek
we'll
over. Give me some perception checks. Let's see how well you perceive what's going on.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually, based in hindsight, I would hate to, because that was a 7.
So you actually don't see anything
16.
because hey, what does Annette have a sexual preference?
I haven't really.
You don't have to answer. That's fine.
I mean, we don't really. I really haven't thought about
So
it.
while you were there, well, anyways, it doesn't matter. We'll get into that later. I had an idea. but
She's
I don't wanna-
really into hentai. Is like that help?
Just, all right.
I'm
all right.
guessing no.
All right, so you guys look down and
She's very spiritual.
yeah. I'm not religious. I'm just spiritual.
you don't see anything going on in the captain's house. It's still boarded up. It looks pretty boarded up. There's nothing going on.
Okay.
Wait a
So
few minutes.
What about did Tuck see anything? What'd you roll, John?
Yeah, I rolled a 16.
Oh yeah, that's
Yo, Tux is impervious both to the flirtatious servers and to the alcohol.
Why would I be looking at the servers?
well. I
I'm
looking at.
I think he's
You're a
explaining my
person.
shitty role with sexual preferences.
Got
Yeah.
you.
John, I'm saying you aren't you aren't distracted by any of that. You are focused on the house, and you also don't see any commotion. You can't see in because all the windows are boarded up. There's no one coming or going. And then I would assume you guys would just wait a little bit longer.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Wait a few more minutes.
Because we have an idea that the distraction is en route.
So after some time, let's say 20 minutes, bells start ringing. Man, I can only talk for so much longer. The bells start ringing
Okay.
everywhere, and I got a sneeze coming. God damn, this thing is.
Bless you.
I don't feel sick, but I have all the symptoms, and it's super fucking annoying.
Been there.
Like the door opens up, and you see like a guard like pop his head out. And he's like, "The fuck is going on?" And like more bells are ringing, and then like he takes a step out, and then like you see another guy poke his head out, and like you see them talking.
Christmas.
More bells. Eventually, you guys see guards from like down the street running towards the dock area, right? The word seems to have spread, but not to these guys. They don't know what's going on. Eventually, and you guys aren't right here. You guys whatever. Eventually, like more guards come out, and more guards come out, and they all start talking. Then you see the captain in his red robe or whatever. Yeah, he wears a red robe. He comes out. He two guards here, and then he takes his contingency towards the docks. And
I believe this is our time, Annette.
Yes, Chaton. I believe you may be onto something. Let me quick.
You go around the back, and I'll distract them.
Let me quick get that barback's number, and I will be right with you.
What is this number?
Don't worry about it. 2 seconds.
There's just one of them.
They are neither male nor female.
Yes,
His or her
it's
house
a gender neutral barback.
Gender neutral.
their number.
His name is Ken.
The barback's name is Kelly. It is also gender neutral. Perhaps Randy.
I was making a Ken doll gender neutral.
Ah.
Or his name is Twyla.
Yes, his name is
Twyla was a crazy bitch on Survivor.
Elizabeth.
All right. And then I assume you guys
Austin's
will
like,
be
I'm sick, and I'm sick of your shit.
walking towards the captain's house.
See, yeah, Tux is just gonna walk right up to them, and whenever you're ready, we can start
Use your
role
fucking
playing.
token, motherfucker. Use it.
But I don't give a shit about tokens.
I know you don't. You would just use your fucking imagination and just use
John,
dice
John
and
doesn't.
like.
Oh, Austin, I could sit on a phone call with me and you and just play
I know
D&D
you could.
101
John's like,
and be
credits will be
perfectly
fine.
happy.
But here we've got a dice character, and you can put it right there.
It,
And
so,
then-
it
There we
sounds
go.
like it sounds like John doesn't care about the one black guy in the all white people movie.
Not really.
Because tokens.
Unless it's Samuel L. Jackson. Then yes.
Well, that's just how he
Alright.
talks.
So, Johnny Boy, what's your character gonna say to these two guards guarding the captain's house during the state of emergency?
So he's gonna run up to them and he's gonna try to be a little panicked.
And say, I'm not the droid you're looking for.
Officer,
What does a robot panic
please,
say?
I need your assistance. I just witnessed a murder.
All right, where was it?
Just this way, over 3 blocks north, 4 blocks south. It was a small girl. She was stabbed by a man who ran away.
Well, we've heard.
Please help quickly.
We've heard the docks are actually under attack by pirates, so there's probably a lot of shit going on over there.
Oh, that is horrible, but I need your help to save this young girl or she will die.
We can't leave our posts or we'll die. But and then he
I
starts,
could man your post.
he starts blowing his whistle and saying, if someone is free, they'll come to help us, and they can come to help you.
Hey, hang on. Not to shit on John's plan here. He needs to roll a deception check.
Yeah, you can give me a deception.
Yeah.
Check.
Like whether or not
I'm all for that.
whether or not it's gonna work. He is lying.
10 total with a +0.
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, yes, sir. We appreciate the circumstance, and you can give us a description of everything, and then tell us, and we can investigate afterwards. But it sounds like there's a lot of shit going on, and we're here supposed to be guarding the captain's house. So unfortunately, we won't be able to leave, but we can signal.
You're going to let a small child die in the street.
Yeah, I sure will, because my job is to stay here. I can't leave my post unmanned. That's one of the. But you
Well,
can.
then
Go...
I will wait till you get me help, and I will go help the girl.
Well, why don't you go help her now? She's dying in the street.
I cannot help her. I am incapable, not programmed.
Well, you could also go and try and find somebody else. We can't leave.
I want your help, because you're the one here.
And that sounds like a logical thing to want, friend. But I am incapable of helping as well due to my own programming. If you go and find somebody else, maybe they can go and help you.
He's just going to keep this banter going as long as he can.
Okay.
And hope Annette makes it in and out.
While he's doing that, she will be working her way into. So we were back here, maybe into this window.
I mean, they'd be able to. So
that's right next to the.
Okay, so if that's something they would see.
Yeah, you'd be able to tell they have line of sight.
Okay, well then if we were back off to the left, then yeah,
here's your character if you wanna.
That's fine. That's a great wherever you think would be a good spot for me to enter. I'll go there.
Probably right there.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to not be way off center, but
in general, not where the guards. I mean, there is a window closer to the guards that you could have gone for.
Well, dude, hey Tuck, can you just pull hey, look over there, and then I'll run right by him. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll go in that door.
Yeah.
Did I just see an elephant?
We'll just say that until I say otherwise, Tux is engaging with guards. You're just talking and talking with them hey, I need help, or what's going on.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just say the same thing. You would well, what's going on, or how can I help, or whatever. You're
yeah. He's trying to.
He's being a nuisance.
Distract them.
Yeah, and these guys seem like competent guards, but they also seem they are endeavoring to be polite because you are at the captain's house. So they do seem to be not just like telling you to get the fuck out of here, but they're talking to you, but they're being firm.
Being
So,
diplomatic.
what kind of check do you want to give me to try and get in?
What kind of?
check.
Yeah, I mean, like,
If you're coming in through the door, you
Stealth?
a sleight of hand to break the lock or
yeah,
pick the lock is all you
if it's
can.
locked, obviously, sleight of hand, and also stealth whenever you deem it necessary. So
I
here
would just
comes.
do stealth, then sleight of hand
Oh,
or whatever.
okay.
Whatever.
Well, I did both of them.
Yeah, so you are successfully stealthy, and you very easily open up the door. It is a traditional home door lock.
Okay, well, I will move myself one more square. If you would like to reveal what I might see. Okay.
You are in a bedroom area.
Is it like servants' quarters, kind of, or?
Sure. Yeah, servants'
Okay.
quarters.
Well, based on her knowledge of homes and stuff, does this stairwell here lead up or down?
Uh,
Go up.
yeah, I don't have a map for the upstairs, but you can go upstairs.
Okay, well, yeah, she's gonna try and go upstairs because why would you keep important shit on the first floor? Or maybe she'd head towards the middle. I don't know. So let's go towards there, like down here.
All right.
If I'm moving further than you would like me to, let me know.
No. So this is a sort of grand hall
Okay.
with another door on the other side.
Okay. Did the door just open?
This door is slightly ajar,
Okay.
and in this room, you can see there's like it looks like a smoking kind of room, like a lounge room, like where people would sit and talk.
Where the men go for brandies after dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where the women do the dishes.
Okay.
Fine, girl.
Yeah, right. Before I bust through the door, she'd try and see if there was anybody in there. Is anybody in there?
No.
Okay.
If you peek around, I'll assume with that stealth roll that you're peeking around doors.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not kicking down any doors in this place.
You don't see her. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, 6. That's
You
rough.
You don't hear anything at all.
Okay. Well, she'll go in because that's how you play the game.
All right. It looks empty, and
Okay.
eventually you can see. This only had one floor because it's a roll 20.
Sure.
So this is what I have.
Okay.
So I don't stairs or whatever.
You can tell me it has whatever it has.
Yeah. So in here you can see through the entryway. You can see the door that is firmly closed, and you can see the glass. Or actually, you can't see the glass, but you would know that the door on the other side of the door is where the guards are. That's the front door.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, she's gonna obviously try and stay out of sight of everyone.
No, you can't. There's no sight. All the windows have been closed.
Oh, that's
up,
right. They've
and
been
all
boarded
doors are also closed except for the internal doors.
up. Okay. So she sees stairs here.
No, there's no stairs there.
Okay.
No stairs. That's just an entryway.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, I'm sorry, Austin. I see the map, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm having a tough time mentally picturing it. What looks enticing to her? Like, she knows what she's after, or has an idea of what she's after, but like,
Well, earlier you saw that this was where over here was sort of the recreational room.
yeah.
And in here you can see comfortable chairs, the couch, bookshelves and stuff. So it seems like this side would be where you would be more hang out, possibly an office.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. She'd probably be looking for the captain's home office.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah, I was
that
gonna say she would probably at least know that there's more
if
stuff.
if this looks like the home
Surface area
office,
back
that's
here.
where she'd head.
All right. Go on in over in that room.
Okay. Anytime you want me to roll stealth check, let me know.
I mean, we can just let that stealth throw check stand unless there's somebody who comes.
It's your call.
Yeah. So you get in there. You see another door over here. I know these look like stairs, but that's actually a bookshelf.
Okay.
And this looks like a door to the outside. This is an
Okay.
outside door. You see the door here, and then you see another door over here.
Okay. And what is this room filled with bookshelves?
Yeah, this is a lot of books and like the study area, comfortable.
Okay.
Wow, I don't actually know what this is trying to show you. I don't know what the fuck that is.
It looks
but-
like a gigantic dead body in a
You,
library.
you
It
don't
looks-
have to know. You just make it up.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
what
make
it,
it up.
what it actually is a nice, comfortable area.
Okay, well, since she saw this
So,
like rec room
As
from the
you come
outside.
into this room right there, you can then see in here, and it looks like a nice, comfortable lounge area. It's got a nice little. And this room is accurate, right?
Right.
And then you can see this whole thing down here is all boarded up.
She's gonna go towards this door then.
All right, that door is locked.
Okay, we're gonna try and pick that bad boy.
Pick it.
All right. Ooh, 12.
12's not going to do it. 12. This seems like a tough lock. You've been stretching that muscle a lot lately.
She's
this
gonna-
lock is different.
She's gonna try and bust it open then. If picking it doesn't I'd rather roll me as a player. I'd rather roll another sleight of hand. But if that failure means failure, I'll bust it.
All right, then try and bust it.
Okay, what do you want? Strength check, attack roll.
Just yeah, strength check.
Damn it. Shit.
Yeah, you're a fisher. You're a fishmonger.
Yeah.
Really good hand. You know what? I'll say that you try and you hold the door and try and lean into it really hard, but you can kind of hear the noise that it's making.
Okay.
And you decide to, with that strength, you can tell that you won't be able to break it down, and so you kind of stop.
Is it a padlock?
No, it looks like
Like a knob lock?
it's built into this solid oak door.
I-
You can, try and give me another sleight of hand check. We'll say it's been a couple minutes.
All right. I was gonna say my next option was gonna be to just start fucking chopping at the door, but yeah, I'll take another sleight of hand check if it's on the table. 15.
All right. So a 15 opens it up. 15 gets it in. It was still a very hard lock, and you were down there for a while, and while you're done, you get it, and you're like, "What the fuck?" It kind of took you by surprise. So you still aren't quite sure how you got in, but you did get in.
All right. Well, she'll go into the room.
The room, you see a very nice desk over here. You see a nice little red couch right here. You see a bookshelf here, another bookshelf here, a little table, a nice green carpet.
Okay. And make a perception check for anything interesting in here.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
18.
Nice.
Let me see something real quick. I know we're at time, but we're also close, and there's not going to be a battle in the last second or something bullshit. I'm just going to take a look at it.
I mean,
real quick.
if you would like to drop some suspense, right now is where you cut it. Just saying.
Probably just perception. And what did you roll in your perception check? An 18? Nothing looks very out of place. This looks like a very neat office. The person who offices here is extremely fastidious and tidy.
Okay.
Um, but nothing really looks out of the ordinary at first glance and at first perception check, unless you ask for something more specific.
I'm gonna rummage through the desk.
Obviously,
Yep.
the desk is unlocked, and there's just two big drawers filled with like just paperwork, and it all looks like different agreements and barters and uh, contracts and letters of possible employment and resumes and shit.
Well, fuck.
I'll tell you, there's a bit of a puzzle in the room. You got to figure it out a little bit.
I
You can
really,
kind
really have to piss so bad. Hey, idea. Let's pause here. Let's pick this shit back up. Because my mind isn't working well because of the urine.
Well, go pee real quick and then come back.
Okay, shit. 2 seconds.
I mean, there's not much difference finishing at 10:15 or 10:20. Finishing at 11:30 is quite a bit different.
By the way, I'm very happy about the time change. Thank you very much for this.
No, I like it too. I have to get up at work. Sometimes we live to midnight.
And thankfully, for now at least, my company wised up, and we don't have to go into the office yet.
Okay, so we have this. We have a very neatly kept office. We have a desk that I rummaged through.
So there is something. There is something. Well, what role would that be?
Give me a quick re-rundown of the room.
Give me an investigation check. So you've
Okay.
had your perception check. Now I want you to kind of like.
Yeah. Shit. Goddamn 9.
It's not great.
Give me
I'll let-
rerun the room down for me, and Adam will figure this out.
All right. So when you walk in this room, you get in here. You rummage through the desk. You stand sort of in the middle of the room, and you look around it again, real slow like, right? This wall over here looks like a very nice whitewashed stone wall. The stones all look very even according to what the rest of the houses look like. They have that same sort of molding thing. Maybe that's part of the decor these days. You see some paintings. There's one painting right here that's nice and big. And you see there's a light. There's right here. This thing is like a half-high bookshelf. Here's another half-high bookshelf with like shit on top of it. There's a little desk right here that's empty. The red couch is right here. Now this wall over here, you can tell the difference. You can see that this wall along here, this looks like an internal wall, right? And then this wall right here looks like a very sturdy outdoor wall, much bigger bricks.
Okay.
And then this wall looks like another internal wall.
Okay.
It's a different type of brick, and it's the same kind of whitewash as these three.
Got you. Okay.
Also, this is obviously the outdoor, and there's a window on here.
Right here.
And there's no window at all on the other.
What's on this wall?
On that wall there's a painting right here of a woman, and then right here, all of this. Come on. This right here, these two squares are just blank. There's nothing there. It looks blank.
She's gonna inspect the painting, like maybe lift it off pull it off the wall, like check behind it.
It comes off, and you notice that the wall looks like the rest of the part of the wall. Do you put your hand on it at all?
Sure.
Well, I'm just like.
Yeah, I'll
feel
it out.
Do you take the painting off?
I mean, yeah. If it's not like mounted to, if it's easily rehung,
It's,
then yeah.
it's like a little. It's just nail string. This is
Yeah,
not.
if it's on picture wire, yeah, I'll take it down.
All right, so you take it down, and then, what's a? No, inside doesn't work. Deception doesn't work. All right, so you're looking at this wall. Give me a perception check. Since you're looking at the wall, give me another perception roll on this wall.
21.
This wall doesn't feel right to you, and you're not sure why.
Does it feel weak?
If you were to feel it, it would feel weaker.
Well, like, what if I knocked on it? Does it sound hollow?
It does.
Okay, she's going to kick it.
Fucking A. God.
I mean, like, I don't have
Jesus.
like
Go into the fucking captain's office and just put her fucking boot into her wall saying, fuck.
You have 2 short swords.
No.
Yeah, but bludgeoning damage is what you want, and that's strikes.
Give me the strength check to see how well you kick through this thing.
17. That's with a +1.
So
16 on a die.
Your foot goes through it kind of like drywall.
Okay, she's gonna then start to pull it apart.
Yeah, sure.
But hang on, she wants to pull it apart within the realms of the painting, like to where if she rehung the painting, it would cover it up.
If you kicked it though, the painting's up high.
Well, fuck. Okay, fuck it.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. I don't care. Fuck
You
it.
put your foot
I'm
in.
getting in here.
I mean, at this. You
getting
get in
here.
there and you start
I love it.
apart, and that reveals a secret little compartment. That's not a stairwell.
Okay.
But it's not.
It's
it looks
okay.
like.
I get it.
When you actually get in here, you see over here there's another bookshelf with different types of books. Some of them have a gold filigree. Other ones you can see have just look like more books. And then on this side you see what is very obviously a big metal safe. It might be the first metal safe you've seen, because this thing looks like Adam, it looks like a fucking modern safe. And this fishmonger looks at this thing like, I have never seen that much steel all in one thing. This looks like this.
You know what she's gonna do, Austin. You already know, son.
It's incredible.
She's
so
gonna try and pick the safe.
All right, let's go throw down the best safe, the best sleight of hand thing that you got.
All right, kids. John, Boz, I'm gonna leave this up to you. Do I click it or do I roll it?
Oh, I think you should roll it. Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Shut up, Austin.
Right?
Shut up.
Here's the question: Which fucking?
No, he didn't ask Austin. He asked Boz. Boz, what do you want him to do?
Dude, his clicking has been great.
It's not been great in the last few. They've been kind of low.
Yeah, it's about 50-50.
Hey, John, what about this one?
Look at his last 5.
The old neon green.
I mean, this is up to you guys. I'm just gonna sit here.
Fuck it, I'm rolling it
enjoy
for
the
real.
show.
Come on,
Okay.
baby. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, it's not bad. It's a 10 for an 18.
18. 18's good.
At level 1, an 18 is pretty good.
An
I don't know
18
if it's
should
gonna
open.
fucking get me in there, but
I don't know that it will.
it's a safe, and I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
But Austin, does an 18 get me in there? Hang on, let's see what it would have been if I clicked it. Fuck! God damn it!
I mean,
Anyway,
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Shut up, boss.
Here's what's happening.
God damn it!
So this type of safe is not a pick safe. This is a turntable safe.
Right.
You put your ear up against it, and
Those usually have a key anyway.
Huh?
Those types of safes typically have a key open as well.
I don't know much about
Doesn't
safes.
matter. I didn't pick it.
So what? No,
No.
what happens? No, you
I don't
put
know.
your ear against it, and you start spinning, and you hear a click, and you hear spinning, and you hear a click, and you hear spinning, you hear a click. So, and then, well, I'm just gonna tell you because you're rolling. You don't know what you're fucking doing. Then, so you have your tools in the keyhole, like what John said, right?
Uh-huh.
And you turn it, but the key only turns halfway.
Uh-huh.
So give me your second sleight of hand that you rolled that I see right here is a 26.
No,
You-
I mean, that was just for funsies. I'll roll again.
Give me another roll then, because there's multiple locks on this fucker.
Okay, come on, baby.
Now I don't know.
Here we go. I'm rolling real dice. Fuck this shit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, 12
It's more
plus
fun.
12 plus an 8 for a 20. It's better.
There we go.
Yep. So you click, 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 snap, click, 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 snap, click, 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 snap, and then you're able to do it one more quarter turn,
Uh-huh.
and then give me one more, because you know you can feel it still
Okay.
resisting you.
Okay, I'm changing die.
He's resisting me.
Whew, fuck. Come on, baby. Oh, that was cracked. Nat 20! 28!
You can't
No
crit skill
bullshit.
check.
So
No
I-
fucking
you-
bullshit.
That's awesome,
Oh,
Ross.
God.
You
Fuck
click,
yeah.
click, click, snap, click, 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 snap, click, 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 snap, and then you hear a chunk, 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 and then the door balanced like you've never felt that heavy a door before, effortlessly slides open.
Fuck yeah.
In the safe,
See, that's where I would have ended it.
you you look in there and it's empty. No. You look in there and there's an assortment of letters and paperwork. There's different boxes and stuff. Give me a perception check to see how well you're able to pick out everything in here real quick.
Okay, I rolled a 12.
That's not fantastic.
No, I
but
clicked it.
Even with the 12, one thing stands out because it has a royal seal on it with red wax.
Okay. I take it and stuff it in my backpack. I need to get the fuck out of here.
Do you want to? You just taking that because I mean it's the only thing that has the royal seal on it.
Is there anything else with a 12 that I feel like I should take?
No.
All of it.
I mean,
I mean, like there could be stuff in there. I mean, you don't know what they're found.
It's
over
all
there, right?
It's all papers, right?
There's
Ark of the
paperwork.
Covenant.
There's some boxes of
Great.
stuff.
Is the Holy
You look
Grail
in
in there?
And like you see a ring of keys in one of the boxes.
Yeah, I'll take the keys.
You take the keys. And
Anything else?
well, and then there's like a binder full of a bunch of other letters and paperwork and stuff that is tightly sealed. That hasn't been opened yet.
Okay, so I have basically a typical backpack.
You wouldn't, yeah. There's not a lot of.
It's not. I don't have a ton of space because I do have other gear in there.
This isn't like a huge safe, is it? It's just like a fucking.
Right, like what is it? Like a cubic foot?
It's like a foot by foot, right?
No, this thing's like 4 feet tall.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there.
I'm gonna fill up my backpack of stuff
Okay.
with what looks most important in descending order.
Yeah.
Starting
So-
with that wax seal thing and the keys.
So you got that, you got those, and then you start, I imagine, hightail it out of there.
Yeah, if nothing else really seems important, then I'm gonna fucking jump out this window.
The window's boarded up. You'd have to.
Oh,
take
the
it apart.
window's boarded up. Okay, well, then I'll just I'll go
You
this
can take
way.
it out.
I'll just go out this door.
All right. Well, this door is locked, but it's locked from the inside, so
Yeah,
you just
I just unlock it.
unbolt it. So
We
you're
have
out.
a ring of keys now.
Well, and then when I get down to like here, I'll just go
Very nice.
And I am
And I
not.
imagine-
That's a thing.
Fine.
Me and
Obviously,
Tux
you
have.
don't care about children. And he turns around and walks off.
Nice. Perfect. That was awesome.
And
Yep.
that's where we're gonna end it.
Yeah, and then you hear the theme of Ocean's 11.
Jurassic Park. What the fuck?
It's because obviously I don't know the Ocean's 11 thing
I also
off
don't
the top
know
of
it.
my head.